I need $1 bad.
We are live, week 3, Tuesday night shenanigans on the Line Chasers pod. Not our best week 2, and a lot of people, hands up, have to hold accountable for that. We're supposed to be the professionals here, but we all took a vow to be better, and this week we'll show with all the money we're about to make you guys. I want Corey to go ahead and go over where we all stand on units. So, Corey, if you could go ahead and do the rundown on week 1 and 2 on where we all 6 stand, that would be fantastic.
All right, so going left to right, no particular order. Weighted units lost and or won. We got Brant at negative 15.13 units lost.
Hand up.
Hey, you guys want to give explanations, or do you just want Corey to read them all?
No, yeah.
I can just read them.
Coming up next, me, I'm at plus 12.21 units. Connor is negative 2.39 units. However, he's sitting at 50%. The juice is just getting to him. Tony is 1.70 units up. Hunter, negative 9.67. I need a hand up. Yep, there we go. Negative 7.47 units. I need a hand up.
Fuck Anthony Richardson.
Nope, hand up. Okay. And yeah, that's that.
So where are we at total as a group?
Negative 20.76 units as a pod. So
this is our week. I'm
trying to hold the boat up, but it's not working.
I'm guaranteeing plus money this week. I'll retire from the podcast if I'm negative this week. I promise. We'll get to it in a minute.
Lovely. Monday Night Football, Falcons on the road in Philly. A heartbreaker for the Philadelphia Eagles, losing 22-21. Saquon, what are we doing? Getting into the numbers just real quick. Pretty even game. Falcons outgained the Eagles by 20 yards, 385 for the Falcons, 365 for the Eagles. This was a huge running game for both teams. 186 for the Eagles, 152 for the Falcons. 6.6 yards per play for the Falcons, 5.4 yards per play for the Eagles. Falcons an egregious 2 for 9 on third. Eagles 6 for 13. Falcons, none of these teams could convert in the red zone here, was what I saw a lot. And that's been a common theme the last 2 weeks. But obviously Falcons get it done late with an amazing drive by Kirk. Teams coming together for sure.
We'll get into it when we talk about their next game. I'm not sure that the Eagles didn't just give that fucking game away. I think that if Vic Fangio doesn't play prevent defense, and if they just run the ball instead of passing to Saquon, which I don't even disagree with that play call. I think it was fine. Saquon just absolutely joked. I think that we talk about the Falcons a lot differently.
I think the more
good. Like, is Kirk Cousins washed? When's the time for Phoenix? If they lose that game, that's the conversation being had. Not, the Falcons are okay.
I think
that's insane.
I think what's more egregious is that you take a 6-point lead, which is the worst lead you can have in football. Why not just go for it on fourth down at your own? Like, what does it do? Then they kick a field goal. They tell you go to overtime. Now you have a 6-point lead. They have to score a touchdown. Why not just go for it on fourth down and in the game? Like, I don't know. That's just me.
It's not a great
I think it's a bad coaching call than anything because a 6-point lead is pointless.
I don't know why the Falcons don't run their. I don't know why the Falcons don't run their offense how they did the final drive of the game.
That's what they're trying to do.
Well, they were playing more prevent coverage, containment.
But why? That's one thing I never understand in the NFL. I see this happen so often. Why switch out of a normal defense where Kirk Cousins has not been playing well against and go prevent and allow him to do whatever he wants all over the field?
They don't want to.
I never understand it.
It doesn't make sense either. I don't care what the explanation is. I hate it.
I would just like to give Kirk Cousins some props, man. Minute 30, no timeouts, has to have a touchdown, and this is his second week back. I'm impressed. I was wrong about Kirk Cousins. I'll put my hand up for that. I didn't think he would be back this quick, man. I thought it'd take.
That's the kind of drive that, like,
in the NFL 10 years ago, there was a handful of quarterbacks that you were just kind of sure was going to happen. This vintage Kirk Cousins, he's still a quarterback of that era. The new guys, you don't trust them like that.
No.
Atlanta's O-line was very impressive as well. That
Yeah.
was they were dominant. Kirk Cousins took 1 sack.
Yeah.
And the late in the fourth too.
The Eagles don't like to blitz much, but that run offensive line is insane, man. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Bijan with 6.9 yards per carry. I mean, a lot of that would do with him, but
Ozier's running well too.
Yeah, both guys look really good.
Yeah,
it was a fun game. Real quick, on the game-winning touchdown in regards to the celebration that Drake London did, where he just took a fucking gat and sprayed it in the crowd. Head coach Raheem Morris during his interviews said, Drake is a great kid. His intent was not as use of a weapon. He probably was shooting T-shirts into the stands, to be honest with you, because he's just that kind of guy. So, I love Drake London. I'm a fan now. This is a great kid. He would never intend to use that as a weapon.
T-shirts.
That's incredible.
That is awesome.
That's an all-time Raheem Morris quote right there. That's amazing. Anything else in this game before we jump into the slate?
From this, one take, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers are way better than the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, jumping into week 3, we have the New England Patriots at the New York Jets, Thursday night football. Now, this is legit, and you guys can say what you want, but think about this in your head, okay? Jets, they fly to San Francisco, okay? Just hear me out on Monday night. Then they have to go to Tennessee on Sunday. Now they fly back to New York to play on Thursday night. It is the worst travel schedule of the year. And I'm just going to lead this off by saying Patriots plus 6.5, 1 unit play, minus 110 for me. Getting into the numbers, though, let me say the point spread. It's Patriots, it's Jets minus 6, minus 115, over under 38.5, minus 110. Jets also lose their best pass rusher and CJ Mosley in the middle, which also plays into me taking the Patriots here. Tough spot with the egregious travel. It's going to be a close game here. I lean over as well with all the defensive injuries.
Mosley might play. Salah said he's 50-50.
He won't be 100% no matter what. So you're getting a banged up Mosley and down their best pass rusher. I can't think of his name right now. But they're not looking good to a defense who already hasn't looked good at all. And you have an anemic offense as is with 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers. So give me the Patriots plus 6.5.
I got cooking on this one. All right. I'll lead it off. 6-point teaser, Jets to win the game, and under 44.5. You tease those both. You tease the Jets down to just a money line, and then you get the under up to 44.5 total points. Under that, it's a Thursday night game. Both these teams don't play great offense. Both teams have pretty decent defenses. I expect this to go under, especially on a Thursday night in New Jersey. Also, since this comes out before this game will happen, before we do the player props pod, I'm just going to put you all on right now to this. We're going to ladder Ramondre Stevenson rushing yards from 70 all the way up to 110, placing whatever units you like as you do them. For me personally, it will be 4 units on his 70 plus, 3 units on his 80 plus, 2 on his 90 plus, and 1 on 100 and 110. He has had 20 plus carries in both of the first games for this team. The Jets' run defense is atrocious. I expect the Patriots to only be able to move the ball because they will not be able to get their receivers open because they're scrubs, and because Jacoby Brissett can't throw to them. He can only throw to tight ends. I expect them to run the ball. That'll be the only offense they have. I will not make that an official play, Corey, because you're going to fuck me.
Jesus.
But
I was about to say, because the numbers are out.
I am telling everyone, if you want to print some fucking paper on Thursday night,
then put your money where your mouth is.
Put your money where your mouth is.
No, because I already know you guys are going to bitch at me when you fucking break
the numbers are out, Luke.
Quarter.
70 is plus 105, 80 is plus 170, 90 is plus 260.
Bro, I had it in my account today.
Why
don't you round robin it and be a smart person?
No, fuck.
What's the odds on the teaser?
Teaser is minus 120. No,
Let me jump in here, Luke, and ask you a question. If you like this game to go under, you like the Patriots to be able to run the ball, why are you not teasing them up to 12.5?
Because I think that the Patriots might not score a point. But I think they're going to run the ball.
The Jets defense is not good.
The Jets defense is good. Their run defense is not good.
Hey, Luke, did I just hear that you're reverse laddering those yards? You just say you're doing 1 unit on the plus 1 or the 110?
He said he's putting
4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1, Tony. Starting
4
at 70.
units?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not an official play.
Units down. He's putting 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's not an official. It's not an official play though.
Oh, it's not an official play.
No,
not an official play.
I mean, do you guys want me to start writing shit down and just sending it to you?
No, I'm just asking a question.
You have a fucking $100.
You could have said at the beginning that this is not an official play. And
I'm almost positive I said
you did it.
Not at the beginning.
You did
at the beginning.
All right, that's
not at the beginning.
Okay.
Hand up. But
Joel, can we cut
if
off?
you want to print paper, take that. And Brandon, I thought about taking it. I thought about taking the Patriots up. I'm just gonna be sick to my stomach when they like just have like red zone turnovers and they just can't. I'm just gonna be sick to my stomach. I already know it, and I think the Jets have to win this game. I think the Jets haven't looked good, and I think that they will win the game. And I'm just gonna take the better team money line on a Thursday night. That's it.
Okay, I asked because I am teasing the Patriots up to 12.5. I don't know if you guys want me to give out the other legs now or wait till we get to the other games, but sure. I'm playing 3 units on a 6-point teaser. New England plus 12.5, Cleveland minus half a point, Cincinnati minus 1.5 is plus 140. For this same reasons that Luke just said about the Jets run defense, especially if Mosley doesn't play. Yeah, same thing. Rodgers 171 passing yards per game this year. I just don't. I think that it's going to be a low scoring game as well.
What are the odds on that?
Plus 140.
I'll jump in while Corey's calculating that. Fun game. Finally getting the prime time we deserve. Hopefully a lot more in the coming seasons, like the Chiefs. Historically, we own the Jets. I am going to lean Pats plus 6.5. Not an official play for me. Kind of the points that Luke made here. Two-style defenses. I don't expect Ramondre to have a big game. I think obviously he's been great this year. I don't think either team is going to have a great game statistically one way. Neither offense has proven they can score. And then honestly, my bold take here is the winner of this game will take second in the division behind the Bills. And I know I'm a Patriots fan. I'm biased, but I do think this team can get some games going. But my official play is going to be 2 units on under 38.5. Expect to see a 17-10, 17-7 finish for the Patriots, similar to Week 1 versus the Bengals. I expect a lot of game script currently like that.
Dempster?
Oh yeah, I'm with everybody else. I'm leaning more towards the under. It should be a low-scoring game. Both defenses are pretty good in the pass. Patriots are also pretty good. Run defense is also pretty good. But I like my favorite play of this game going to be Breece Hall over 3.5 first quarter receiving yards. He's hit this in both games he's played so far. Aaron Rodgers loves, and I mean absolutely loves, passing to his running backs, especially early. That is my favorite play of this game, and I don't really have anything else. That is going to be my 1 unit bet, and the odds were minus 115. Corey,
dig it.
And then,
as a Breece Hall better, I printed on him in the first quarter this year, so I can back this statement.
Yeah, for me, I am going to throw all the points out the window here. I'm going to do a 3-leg money line parlay, taking the Jets with the first leg. Later on, we're going to do the Bucks against the Broncos with the second leg, and then Cincinnati on Monday against Washington. It's a 3-leg money line parlay. The odds are boosted up to plus 125, and I'm going to throw 1 unit on that.
Awesome. Yeah, fun. It's going to be a defensive Thursday night game, but, Rodgers' first home game, it'll be pretty electric. So, going to be a fun Thursday night.
He runs out with the
Snooze.
flag. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, is he gonna run out with it again?
That's
Probably
cursed. He
won't.
can't do that again. There's no way.
Nah, he won't. Any other takes now before we move on to Browns Giants? Moving on, New York Giants on the road in Cleveland versus the Browns. Browns laying 6 points, minus 115, over under 38.5, minus 112. I'll go here real quick because I don't have a play. Really going to look at player props here against the bad Giants defense. Browns D is top 5. I could never lay 6 points with Deshaun Watson and the Browns. That's why it's a pass for me. I lean under here, but we'll be looking at Browns props against a bad Giants defense. Hunter?
Yeah, not wanting to lay 6 points with Deshaun Watson at quarterback is the exact reason I teased it down.
Yeah, I just don't want to put my money in, especially at
Browns
6
talk.
points. That's crazy, man. That's a crazy lay. I get it though, but not interested. Hunt?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll make it quick here. Both teams suck. Under 38.5, 2-unit play for me. Expect this to be a lot like Chargers Panthers. It's an absolute field goal fest. Luke, do your player prop thing on Thursday and start looking at field goal lines in this game, mainly for the Browns. And
Giants kicker is hurt.
Giant Graham Gano is hurt. But yeah, just an absolute snooze fest. Brant, take it over.
I also was kind of looking at Giants team total under. It's at 15.5 on DraftKings right now.
That's so low.
I know. The only offense that they've had so far through 2 weeks was force feeding the ball to Neighbors, and he's going up against what is definitely top 2 secondary in the NFL, especially at corner with Ward, Newsome, and Emerson. They allowed just 171 passing yards per game last year. They're at 179 this year. It just is so low of a point. Jones is averaging 180 passing yards right now. It's so low, but do you see them scoring 2 touchdowns against the Browns defense?
My note is Daniel Jones might die. That's my note. He might literally die on the field. I think there's a chance that he gets assassinated in this game. Wait, what do you mean assassination? Because there's too many people who would be happy about it. Specifically Giants fans.
It's premeditated murder, first degree.
Miles
Garrett's famous for having the sack graveyard in his front yard on Halloween. There will be an actual tombstone on the field, I think on Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm not have no place in this game. This is disgusting. And also to no photo zone, Brian Daboll might be on the hot seat after this game.
Yeah, agreed. Finster, then Corey.
Yeah, I'm with everybody else. This game is, the Cleveland Browns really want me to take them at -6, but Connor is also with me. I don't want 6 points with Deshaun Watson. That just scares me. I liked Brant. Yeah, and you're never safe. I liked Brant's team total with the Giants at 15.5, but I don't have an official play on this either. Myles Garrett and the rest of the D line in Cleveland should have an absolute field day here. I would like to take a sack total, but like I said,
that's what I was. You said that, and I was like, "What's Myles Garrett at half a sack?" Give me that.
No,
he's 1.5.
He's gonna be 1.5. Yeah.
I'm curious, Corey.
Yeah, there's just no way in hell that I'm betting on Daniel Jones versus Deshaun Watson. You can go ahead and keep it moving.
Yeah, I think we're all aligning there. Any other takes on that game?
No, just how about these totals this week? 6 totals under 42.
I was looking at a teaser with just the totals and just
adjusting.
What happened to the game I love?
We lost all our good quarterbacks. I saw Tom Brady mixtape earlier, dude, with him navigating.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Fuck. We were so
for Thursday's pod, we should take a slight, and I don't mean it, I mean it lightly. Take a peek at Jerome Ford's starting line for rushing in this game. Brian Robinson.
Last week.
I simply don't care after what I saw Brian Robinson do to that team. I don't care.
Oh, no, that's 2-unit play, right?
Yes.
Moving on, though.
All my plays this week except one are going to be 2.
Moving on to the Tom Brady Bucks of the past. Denver Broncos on the road in Tampa Bay versus the phony Bucks. Bucks laying 6.5 at home, -115, Over under 39.5 minus 112 shaded to the over. I will once again start this off because I'm gonna lead this off by saying I am done betting bad teams. Hand up. And now we have the worst 2-0 team versus now the worst 0-2 team with the Bryce Young benching, which we will get into. The only way I get to make a bet here is if Broncos get up to 7.5. I feel comfortable laying 7.5. But at 6.5, it's just not a play for me, and I pass. Corey?
Yeah, I'm gonna hate myself for saying this right now, but give me the Broncos plus 6.5.
This is the short play.
I think the
It is,
Buccaneers
but it's gross.
fucking frauds.
They are.
Baker, I like him. He's got.
But
some
Chris
good-
Godwin.
He's got some spunk. Chris Godwin's my boy. However, give me the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm with Corey here. I'm not going to bet it because I'd literally be physically sick to my stomach watching that game if they just get their asses clapped. But I literally wrote in my notes here, this could be the Bo Nix breakout. And by breakout, I mean he throws a touchdown finally. I could see them moving the ball on this injured Bucs secondary. We talked about it in the recap on Sunday, but the Lions moved the ball pretty easily on them. They just couldn't score in the red zone. I don't expect the Sean Payton team to go 0-3, but this team's really bad. I can't bet it, though.
Hunter?
In my notes, I have puking. Scott Hansen, please don't turn this game on. I will not be paying attention. I will not be paying attention to this game. I hate it, and there's no play. I'm not getting fooled by this over under. But go Baker Mayfield. Bucs sneak away with a win.
Finster, Brant?
Yeah, I think the Bucs take this win, and I think they cover. Not an official play by me. You guys taking your trust. You guys weren't taking your trust in Daniel Jones, but willing to take your trust in the Bo Nix is.
No, I'm the only one trusting Bo Nix.
Well, that's just dumb.
I don't trust him. That's why I'm not betting it. But
I
think
wouldn't.
This could be his.
I'm not either.
Breakout game.
I'm more so
He'll throw a
trusting.
touchdown this game. If his touchdown totals at 0.5, I'll take the over.
It will be. 100% will be.
You think so?
100% will be. 100%.
No, I think it'll be 1.5, and it'll be juiced or plus juice on it. If I had to guess, I don't think they'll put it at a half.
We'll talk about it next month.
Brant?
Yeah,
it's a tease.
No, when I first looked at this game, I said to myself, Corey's going to take the.
And you were
and
honestly,
I fucking love it. Honestly,
if you knew I was taking the Broncos, then you should have taken the Broncos too.
Sure, 1 unit.
Yeah. Join me.
I hate Bo Nix. I think he's terrible.
Yes.
The 5+ air yard stats you gave was fucking insane.
And now you're betting on him? What are you doing?
No, 21 other players are going to be on the field for the Broncos, and it's not just quarterback versus quarterback.
Oh, jeez.
I have a great stat before we move on,
and they don't have to win. They're plus 6.5 points.
True.
After week 2, Drake May is tied with all rookie QBs in passing touchdowns.
That is fabulous.
That's crazy.
Go rookie QBs. Any other notes on this before we move on to Steelers Chargers?
Fuck no. Get me out of here.
All right, fun game. LA Chargers coming into what was Heinz Field. Now, who gives a fuck field?
I love this game.
2-0. Yeah, absolutely. 2-0 teams. It's a big game for either team. If they win this, they're 3-0. It's a huge game. Steelers minus 1.5 point favorites, shaded minus 112 to the Steelers. Over under the lowest total of the year, 35.5, minus 110. Corey, go ahead and lead us off, brother.
I mean, what a fun game, man. I mean, this is.
Come on, Corey. Come on.
This is pretty, man. I actually love so many plays in this game, but I'm going to stick to my guns. No play. I don't play.
You're such a fucking shit.
No Steelers spreads. I may play some player props like I did with Jalen Warren last week. Very sharp bet, over 9.5 receiving yards. Catch that. No bet on the spread though. Moving on.
Well, let me give you the bet. It's Steelers money line 2 unit play, minus 122. Steelers get their first home game of the year playing a banged up G Herbo in the Chargers. Steelers have been playing good, clean ball, no turnovers through 2 weeks. Fields keeps looking better and better every week. if he keeps building this, this could be a huge statement win for him and this team. Big take here. Steelers defense is in a great position against a team who loves to run at you, which we have played very well this year. We are a top 10 run defense this year. I expect them to struggle. Chargers play the Raiders run defense, which is a joke. They're top 5 worst, and Carolina is literally the worst run defense in the NFL. So now they come to Pittsburgh playing against a legit defense. And Justin Herbert's injury, I think, is being downplayed a little bit. I think that's going to play a factor in this game. I mean, if you're in mobile and now you're coming against a Steelers defense that's legit, you're going to struggle. I think that this is a good spot for us to go 3-0. And unfortunately for all you Bengals fans.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead.
Flip that.
All right.
Well, I'm going to jump on Connor's back here with this rushing thing. The Chargers ran the ball 44 times last week to only 20 passes.
Jeez.
Pittsburgh held Denver to 64 total yards rushing, Atlanta to 89. And, I mean, you watched Bijan last night. He looked like the best running back in the league, so that's pretty impressive. And I was originally going to play the Steelers spread, but that money line's almost only minus 122.
Don't
give
take
me
the
that.
spread. Don't take the spread.
Yeah, give me that. With a total that low, give me the money line for 1 unit. And I just wanted to say the Chargers' whole rebrand that they're trying to do, they're trying to be the Steelers.
Yep.
They're trying to muddy the waters of game, make everything ugly, go 9-8 and get embarrassed in the first round of the playoffs. This is the Steelers.
Not this year.
They're still the champs of this. Mike Tomlin still holds the belt for being the mediocre team that wins games like this. So I'm playing the Steelers, and let me read you a Mike Tomlin quote from today. He said, "I can't give you all the ingredients to the hot dog. You might not like it."
New Tomlin just dropped.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off this with you already talked about how I think the Chargers are overrated this year. My only notes for this game is I'm not betting it because I fucking hate the Steelers and I know they're going to win this game. This is a bet the Steelers and turn the game off game. It's fucking disgusting. This game is going to be boring as shit. My only hesitation is that I think that the Chargers line can hold up in pass protection. Like the two teams that have played the Steelers before this could not. I think that the two tackles they have are way better. It's probably
Staley?
the best two tackles.
What?
Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They
Rashawn
drafted
Slater,
Joe Alt.
They're fucking dogs. But I did, just as we were talking about this, I'm going to put official play on this. I think this might actually be, this is money right here. When DraftKings, when we get our endorsement with them, they will be boosting all of these picks that I'm coming up with here because it's a straight fucking cook. This is the AFC North parlay, and it's Browns money line, Steelers money line, Bengals money line, Ravens money line. These teams are going to win this week. That is plus 466.
Is that a unit play?
Oh,
That's a unit at a $600 million odds. Hunter? Clip that, Joel. Clip that AFC parlay.
Yeah, Vegas can't fool me here. Gonna go under 35.5, 2 units. Justin Fields may not be able or may not turn the ball over, but he also cannot put the ball in the end zone. I expect the Chargers to be abysmal. And if the Steelers want to put up 36 on themselves, do it. So I'm basically begging the Steelers to score, but they won't. So it's pretty simple for me.
Benster finishes off here.
Man, this total is so low. I mean, I might fall into the Vegas trap and just take the over, but I'm not. Instead, I'm going to go over to Najee Harris. We're going to take it over in yards. And it is...
It's not out yet.
It's not up yet.
It is out. 53.5. It's at minus 120. He's hit
on
this
DK?
line. Yes, it's on DK. It is at 53.5 at minus 120.
Oh.
He's hit this in both the first 2 weeks. He's hit 69 against Denver, 70 against Atlanta. Only worry here is Jaylen Warren going to get more touches than he has with coming back from the hamstring. That's a little bit of a concern. I was not going to make this an official play, and then I saw Chuba Hubbard hit his at 64 yards last week. If Chuba Hubbard is hitting his fucking yards on this fucking Chargers defense, there's no way that Najee goes under this line. So I'm going to take Najee Harris over 53.5 at minus 120 on DK.
That's 1 unit.
Value.
It is
I
a
like
1
that
unit.
bet. I do like that bet. I lean that. I'm not going to bet it though, but I do lean that as well. He has hit it every week this week, so I do like
Corey,
that bet.
can you explain to me why you're not betting the Steelers this week?
I only bet the Steelers spreads in
Shut the
totals
fuck up.
2 out of the 17 games of the year.
Yep, that's
Oh,
all
I
you
hadn't,
need to know. That's
I
all you
hadn't
need to
heard
know.
that before.
Yeah, just 2.
Moving
I'll say it
on.
next week as well.
Moving on. Houston
love that.
Texans on the road in Minnesota. Vikings 2.5-point dogs at home after being the 49ers. -110 both ways. Over under 46 -110. Luke, you look like you got to play for this game.
Yeah, I do. This is the most lopsided line that Vegas has put out this season.
Can I guess what you're gonna bet?
Texans -2.5 is the easiest bet of your life here. This is a crazy line. This is an absolutely fucking insane line. The Texans are one of the best teams in the NFL. It's not even it's not even up for debate. They are a top 5 team in the NFL. The Vikings, good story, 2-0. Sam Darnold resurgence. Yeah, it looks good. Kevin O'Connell's a great coach. We know this. Jefferson is a little bit banged up. We don't know if he's going to practice this week. Addison, I don't know if he's playing either.
He should.
There is no fucking shot that the Texans don't cover this spread. This spread should be, I don't even know what it should be. It should be at least 5 for the Texans. This is insane.
A multi-unit play then?
It is. I have a little tease. We might have a nuclear play coming later.
All right.
I'll bump this up to 2. I'll bump this up to 2. But just
don't let me coax you into.
No, you're not coaxing me. I'm very confident in this play. The problem is that the Texans haven't covered either of the 2 games that they played this year, which there could just be on they covered a lot of games last year. Same thing with Mahomes' first year, and then the next year the Chiefs don't cover a single fucking game. The Texans will win a lot of games, maybe they don't cover them, but I'm pretty fucking confident they cover this. I think this spread is ridiculous. Give me Texans -2.5, 2 units.
Yep. I love this. This is bad. I want everybody to start turning the keys. In word of Oppenheimer, this is going to be a 3-unit max play. Texans -2.5. Vikings just allowed almost 500 yards of offense. I don't care if it was garbage time or they were trying to catch up. Without that 97-yard look bomb that Sam Darnold chucked up, that team loses. In my eyes, if the Vikings lost that game versus the Niners, this is a 4.5 to 5.5 spread. I think Vegas is catering into what the Vikings what they're trying to be. O'Connell's great, but I fear that DeMeco Ryans and this Texans team can be a Super Bowl team. So it's pretty standard for me, but I'm not going to overthink it. I know Connor might have differing opinions. We just talked about this last night, but nothing the Vikings are doing currently really impresses me. So go Texans.
Absolutely. Brant, Finster, Corey?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I got beat pretty bad last week. I took the Niners at 5.5 against the Vikings. I felt like the Niners were just such a better team on just about every position you can imagine, and they did not cover, and they didn't even win the game, which is pretty bad. And then they're like, Vegas comes out next week and says, "Hey, one of your Super Bowl favorites is coming out and playing the Vikings again. You want to take this at -2.5?" And I'm going with yes, I am -2.5. Texans, just like everyone else said, this team is really good. I expect this is like a really sharp line too, because we're getting it under 3, the most important number in all of betting. And then I also have a second play with Nico Collins over 70.5. I was wanting to take a lot of Nico Collins props earlier this year, but I was wanted to be patient because I wasn't sure how Stroud was going to distribute the ball with Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs. We're through the first 2 weeks, and it looks like Nico Collins is that fucking guy there. 117 yards versus the Colts week 1, 135 Monday, or was that Sunday night against the Bears. Sunday night against the Bears. They have it. This should be I think Nico Collins should be more towards the 85-90s with him, just with how good he's playing. He's getting a lot of targets, 10 targets against Chicago and 8 targets versus the Colts. Just give me 3 units. Did I say 1 unit? I meant 3 units, Corey, if you want to put that on there. 3 units, Oppenheimer, nuclear play. I don't do these very often, So I'm very confident Nico Collins. With how bad the Vikings secondary is too, to give you guys some comparisons, Malik Napier's week 1 had 66 against them. Did I still pronounce that wrong?
Flip that.
Neighbors.
Neighbors, whatever the
Napier.
fuck it is.
Neighbors.
Whoever the
for
fuck
2.
it is. And then Debo Samuel had 110 last week. So I expect Nico Collins to smash this line. Should be a fast-paced game. Should have plenty of possessions, and he should absolutely smash this line. So
Are the odds on Nico minus 110?
it is minus 150.
All right.
Go ahead and throw
Connor,
2 units on
please.
that for me.
Connor,
Same
please
thing?
tell me you're
I'm
taking
glad-
the Vikings.
I'm glad I could convince you
Brant?
guys.
Brant,
I need you to take Minnesota, Connor.
where you at? Go ahead.
No, I had no play on this, and then all of a sudden we've got 25 units total in the podcast on Houston. I need you to convince me not to do it.
So, I'm Texans minus 2.5, 2-unit play.
Oh my
Uh,
god!
Everybody
It's
just
the best
smashed
bet.
that.
What
It's the best
fuck,
bet.
guys?
It's a best bet.
family.
It's
a
a best
family.
bet.
It's a
And I'll give you
family.
my reason why to make you really take the bet, Brant. This is my Vikings, okay? This is
I
my
know.
team that I've been so big on, and it hurts me to do this. But after listening to AOC on Monday night, I was up late for some fucking reason.
AOC?
3 in the morning.
You're listening
You
to
listen to
AOC?
AOC?
It was that
Live of
late
the
when I
year?
fucking
Wow.
typed this, okay?
Live of the year?
I listened to Kevin O'Connell, excuse me. Not
AOC.
Aiden O'Connell. But anywho, I was listening to Kevin O'Connell late for some fucking reason. I'm making this bet because when I listen to Caden O'Connell, he makes me feel like he's gonna sit Jefferson this week. He mentioned it's a long season, we don't want to rush him back. And then when I hear that, I'm like, okay, now you lose your best weapon in Jefferson. Aaron Jones was banged up at the end of that game versus San Francisco. Dallas Turner goes down with a knee injury as well out of Alabama. It was a physical game against the 49ers. It was a huge game for them. And traditionally, when teams perform up above expectation, the next week they perform below expectation. It's the crash. So this is more or less just me betting against the spot rather than the team. I do like the Vikings, but Texans got a really good spot here with Sam Darnold having little to no weapons or banged up weapons. I'm still in on the Vikings this year as a whole, just a tough spot coming into a good Texans defense and pass rush with not many weapons and an explosive offense. I also am going to take a unit on the Nico Collins yards Finster. The Vikings secondary is led by Stephon Gilmore. So
Come on, Brant.
that's
Come on, Brant.
all we're going to need to know. Brant?
All
Hey, Brad.
right. Well, I have to agree with what you said about fading AOC because she refuses to condemn weapon sales to Israel. So I'm on board with that one.
It was so late. It was 3 a.m. It was 3 a.m. when I was typing that, dude.
Can we go around the circle and everyone say, I'm betting Houston minus this for this many units so we can get a clip out of it, and then I'll finish it
Producer
off?
Joel counts down 1, 2, 3 on 3. We're saying Texas minus 2.5.
No, everybody go through.
No,
one by
everybody just
one.
go around the corner.
I'm taking
Yeah, yeah.
Texans minus 2.5 for 2 units.
I'm taking Texans minus 2.5 for 3 units.
I'm taking Texans minus 2.5 for 2 units.
Spencer?
I'm taking Texans minus 2.5 at 1 unit.
I'm taking under 46 at 1 unit.
Such a pussy.
Damn, that kind of ruins the clip now.
Yeah, what the fuck, Corey?
I thought you were taking the Texans, Corey.
I didn't say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Well, then, neither am I.
Smart play.
Flip it, Joel. That was good. That's
We're gonna be
great.
printing paper.
Brant, do you have any plays
It's
this
just
game?
it's like Luke said though. This is a bad line by
This
Vegas,
is a
man.
5-point
I
line.
Corey?
I would like to
Corey?
make a side bet with someone here.
Sorry,
This
what?
line does not end. Game
No,
time at
it'll
minus
get to
1.5.
3.
This
It'll
will be
get
a
to
3.5. It'll
As
go
we were
up a whole
talking,
point.
I just went and bet this right now because I was like, "There's no shot."
It won't be
stays
2.5. It won't be 2.5.
Corey, what's your plays?
Under 46, kind of the same reasoning. I don't think Jefferson is going to play, honestly.
I don't either.
And I like the Vikings defense to kind of contain CJ Stroud a little bit. So I've made some money past 2 weeks betting against the Texans. This time I'm going to kind of bet against them. I'm going to bet against their offense. I think both teams are low scoring here, under 46.
All right, awesome. Moving on, and I'm going to go first on this because I got an interesting take. Philadelphia Eagles on the road in New Orleans versus not even close the best statistical team in football. If you look at the numbers and you didn't know anything about any team, you would say this is the best team in football, and it would be the New Orleans Saints. This line has moved a lot. This line actually opened Eagles minus 1.5. It is now flipped through the 0 to Saints minus 2.5. Minus 118, shaded to the 3, over under 49.5, minus 110.
Eagles traveling on a short week.
That probably plays a part in this. But I actually got on this line early and bet the Saints at minus 120 money line. It's now minus 142. Saints money line was a 2-unit play for me, and I will tell you why. Statistically, Saints on paper are the best team in football. And yes, the Eagles are my Super Bowl pick, but without A.J. Brown, this team is completely different. We all saw that Monday night. It just doesn't have the take your top off, show the titties spice to it. And it's just true. With A.J. Brown, this team is completely different. And it showed Monday night, and it's time the Saints get the respect they deserved. I'm not sold on the Eagles' defense just yet either. After seeing what I saw in that 1-minute drill with Kirk, I've really moved Saints up my power rankings, and this play kind of shows it here.
Editor's note: that juice will be at minus 146. It's what we
editor's note. Yeah, it is going to be at 142, but I got it at a good price.
Can we go back a week to when I took the Saints for 2 units at plus 6.5, and Connor ridiculed me for taking that?
I did.
He took the Cowboys minus 6.5.
I did.
It's an evolving season. It's a whole new NFL.
You're in the past, and I'm in the future.
Yeah, you're right.
You have a play on this game, Cubby?
I have a play for this game.
Look, I want to hear
fucking over. This over is so tasty. It is so tasty.
Luke,
looks like he's got something to
you
say.
read my fucking mind. Over 49.5. We are on the over. Let's have some fun, shall we? We've seen some really fucking shitty football these past 2 weeks. I'm ready to see some fireworks, and I think this is the game that's going to.
The Saints might fucking cover it them goddamn selves.
That's what I'm
Jesus
saying.
Christ.
They did last year.
That's a good point.
Fucking week. I mean, the Saints offense has been on fire, and the Eagles defense ain't showing me nothing that I like.
Luke,
I love
49 is such a big total, though, bro. God.
Bro, we took this total week 1 in Brazil. We took this total
in
Brazil.
Hunter, you got something for this?
With ease.
I didn't. I actually hate this game, but you guys have actually inspired me here. Yeah, you guys are all clown shows. Give me the Eagles plus 2.5, 1 unit.
I mean, if you were gonna bet it, that'd be the way.
This Saint, I mean, I know they're 15 for 15. I don't care, to be quite frank. Also, we're saying that the Eagles' defense is like that bad. They just allowed only 21 points, and the 7 of them came in the final minute 30. I mean,
and 400 yards of offense in 2 weeks. 400 yards of offense, 2 weeks.
How are you sold on the Saints?
Are you kidding?
Are you kidding me? Hunter, the best statistical team in football. It's
Cowboys and Panthers, fellas. Cowboys defense, what have they done this year?
Don't
give me Deshaun Watson. Don't give me Deshaun Watson.
We'll see after this week. I'm just
We'll see. No way.
We'll fuck around and find out.
No way this Eagles team starts off 1-2. Sirianni, I don't think is a great coach, but he's good enough to outcoach Dennis Allen, who we all said was the first head coach off the board this year. So give me the trap line at Eagles plus 2.5. Was a lean, now making a 1-unit play.
Brant?
Anybody else first? I'm looking up stats real quick.
Spencer?
I'm with Hunter. I think this Saints team is just a fraud, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. They showed me last week. I get it, but the Cowboys, man, they're Cowboys. They get beat by bad teams all the time.
This Saints team is not bad.
I don't have complete trust in this line. So we're gonna tease this 6.5 on the Eagles to get them to +8. And let me just throw those statistics.
You don't need to do that. They're at 2.5. You just need a 6-point teaser to take it to 8.5.
Yeah, there we go. And then, and we're also gonna tease that just real quick because we already went through the Texans. I won't speak on it again. We're gonna tease that with the Texans, a team that I just don't expect to lose, but we'll just use them in the teaser at 6.5 as well. Back to the Eagles though, a little bit.
No, it won't be
Would
6.5.
that be plus 4.5?
Right.
Yes.
But I'm just teasing them 6.5 is what I'm saying. I don't know the
So you're
odds on that,
teasing
Corey, but I'll give it.
the Eagles up to 9?
No.
No.
Eagles to plus 8.5, Texans to plus 4.5.
That's minus 120. 2.20.
Yeah. Real quick, Tony. Tony just inspired me again. Corey, fuck the 2.5. I want the money line, 1 unit.
Wow.
Plus
I
120.
Me
was looking
versus
at the
you,
money line.
motherfucker. Me versus you.
I
Let me
just-
just throw
I-
a little statistics
I
at
just-
you guys. Last year, the Eagles got beat by more than 8.5 points only twice last year.
Yeah,
And
that was
then-
last year, buddy. This is fucking this year.
It's a new year, and they still have yet to get beat even remotely close by 8.5 points. So 8.5 on this. I just don't think this Saints team is that good. It's getting led by Derek Carr, who has not had to do much being a quarterback. I think he threw the ball 15 times last week.
Yep.
The
All
Eagles-
dots. All dots.
I just
Beautiful
don't-
passes.
I just don't trust this team, the Saints. Like I said, the Eagles are my Super Bowl pick. I think they're the better team on a lot of positions. I don't care if AJ Brown's not playing. Devontae Smith will
you should.
do. Saquon Barkley will do. You guys know I love my boy Barkley, and I think the O-line is also very good. And Jalen Hurts showed me that he can still run. He showed that the last game he just played. He can still run the ball.
Fast.
Deciding
Is not
factor.
fast.
Fast.
He is fast. Like Luke said, he wasn't fast, and then he ran a big play, and now he's fast again. So, yeah, give me the Eagles in that 6.5 point teaser at 1 unit.
It's crazy.
I think. Go ahead.
We had Panthers plus 6 betters
Oh my
week
god.
1 versus the Saints, and you guys let one game against a typical Dallas Cowboys performance where they always suck early on in the year change you from the fact that we're going from a team that actually can win a Super Bowl here to a team that is still not good. One of the worst
It's
coaches
just
in
the
the
numbers,
NFL.
bro. It's just the numbers. It's
You
not
can't
like
beat
they
them by the
beat the
numbers.
Cowboys. It's not like they beat the Cowboys. They embarrassed the Cowboys. Defensively and offensively, they shut them
Don't care.
down.
Don't care.
I wanna
Shut them
shut-
down.
I mean, it was just a Dak Prescott performance. He threw
Shut
2
down's
picks
not the
that
word.
game.
Yeah,
Dak
to a
preferred-
listen, without Marshawn Lattimore, who's going to play this game, listen, guys, I don't think you're understanding. This is a good Saints defense
Great.
and a
It is
great
good
Saints
Saints
defense and a new improved offense under
not
God.
the
His
Saints.
name
I
is
just don't
slipping
trust
his
Derek
name.
Carr,
His
man.
name is slipping my name, Luke. Who's the offensive coordinator for the Saints?
Like Kubiak.
Yes. He has put life into this offense.
Rashid, just run downfield and let
Rashid
Derek
should
throw
be-
you one.
He simply
I mean,
saved Dennis Allen's job, unfortunately, for another year because this Saints
60%
team is
chance.
going to be good. It's
The
going to make a
dome,
run.
the dome
This
will
Saints
be
defense.
rocking. The dome will be rocking. I don't know
Grant,
if
you
the
got
Eagles can
something
win
for
it.
us?
Hold on. Corey has something.
The Saints defense is going to be fucking terrible this week because that game is soaring the fuck over.
Facts.
All right, let me say just about the Eagles' offense did not look good without AJ Brown. I thought they really missed him. Outside of Smith, who had 7 for 76 and a touchdown, their next best receiver was Covey, 6 catches for 23 yards. I mean, he was just catching.
He was
Dink and
bubbles,
dunk
bubble
shit.
screens, bubble screens.
Goddard had 38 yards. They did not have anything going through the air. Hurts only had 183 yards through the air. They didn't really get going on the ground until later in the game. Saquon was running well, but just he had 22 carries. It surprises me. I thought he would have had less than that. I felt like they should have been running the ball more. We mentioned earlier in the podcast, Cousins only got hit once last week by this
Eagles don't blitz.
Eagles pass rush. Well, okay,
Eagles
so
don't
they
blitz.
can't get home without blitzing. And then what I'm saying is Derek Carr is way better when he's not under pressure than when
We
he
just
is.
said how good the Atlanta offensive line is.
Well,
Like,
I don't think that they have that. You guys are just way overreacting to this. The
Yeah.
Eagles don't have a pass rush. The Atlanta
I
offense
know.
is not that good.
Hassan
The Eagles
Reddick's
don't have a
not
pass
playing.
rush.
Did you see what Pittsburgh did to them week 1? It was a murder scene.
it's TJ Watt, dog.
TJ
brother,
Watt's the best
I'm just saying,
defense in
Brent,
the
keep
league.
making your point. Keep making your point.
I agree with the fact that the Saints defense is good, and I'm playing Saints minus 2.5 for a unit.
My guy. And Yeah, that's just the play. I have nothing else to say. It's
Yeah,
just.
two
I mean, I
yards
think
first
I don't
play.
think that the Saints are a fucking Super Bowl contender, but the Eagles. I mean, a short week after a demoralizing loss, where I mean, the locker room had to be really awkward in there,
The
looking
bounce
at the
back.
fucking defense.
Is it
And
without
then,
your star wide receiver?
Yeah, I think the offense looked one dimensional without AJ Brown, and
I know what I was going to say, Brian. After you're done.
Would it change your guys' opinion if Barkley makes that catch and the Eagles win that game? Would it change anything? Because you guys are acting like this loss is just a blowout
Yeah, but
loss by the
that didn't
Falcons.
Well, it
happen.
wouldn't change
So
the
I'm not
spread.
playing I'm not playing hypotheticals. It didn't happen. They did lose and they did blow the game, and now it is what it is.
Okay,
What
so
it would
that's why we
change for
bet
me, Finster,
55-year-old Derek.
I wouldn't have realized that the
He's-
Eagles defense was capable of giving up a drive like that because they wouldn't have had a chance to do it. That's information that I wouldn't have known because it got hidden by the fact they wouldn't have had a chance to do it.
And I don't know what this is going to be, but I'm taking Saquon rushing yards over this week in this game.
I love the
he's-
other guy. I love Kamara's over yards and rushing.
I'm going under Barkley rushing yards this game. Whatever.
Yeah,
it
you're
is,
saying you
I'm
don't trust Derek Carr.
Didn't
I mean,
you
you're
just say
forgetting that
you
the
love
Saints
his
have
over?
other players on
Who,
offense.
me?
Like Kamara's having an
Yes.
incredible season.
I never said that.
You meant
Over on
Flip it.
Saquon.
You
or
literally
under?
just had
Under.
two
You
people.
just said over.
Under.
Yeah.
When?
What?
I meant under. Excuse me.
All right.
But moving on to a not so talkative game. Packers on the road in Tennessee. Will Tennessee get their first win? Can Will Levis not fuck? This was at the 2.5. It's now moved to the 3 somehow. Packers minus 122. Titans plus 102. Over under 36.5 minus
Hold on,
1.
you're
Your
gonna have to
laptop.
mute Mike.
Yeah, it's really bad, Hunt. It's coming through bad.
There we go.
Brant?
No, I don't have anything on this. I just want to go. I want to up my Saints bet to 2 units, though.
Love it. Finster?
I have absolutely nothing on this game. I don't like betting on bad quarterbacks, and this is what this game is. It's Malik Willis and Will Levis. I hate them both. It makes you want to take the under, but the under is so low at 36.5, and I won't trust that either because watch the defenses play like shit. So I will this game's just out of my league. I'm not betting it.
Corey?
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, Luke.
I don't have any official plays for this. This is a little tease for the Thursday, Friday pod. I will be playing Josh Jacobs under in rushing yards, whatever it is. The center of the Titans defense is the strength of this team. They have Simmons and Sweat in the middle, clogging up the defensive holes, and their linebackers like to get downhill and play. I think that the Josh Jacobs under is going to be set. His total will be set high because of last week and how many carries they gave him, and I'm going to be playing the under at whatever that is.
Corey?
Yeah, same. No bet on the spread. I may have some player props on Thursday, but nothing official.
Hunt?
Is it still echoing?
No, you're good.
Okay. No official plays. I like Packers to maybe not get it done, but I have plus 2.5. Could be
3 now.
It's 3 now.
could be Packers plus 3, maybe a unit. I'm not going to bet it yet. But I don't trust this offense. I think they're going to do the exact game plan. I think there's going to be better coaching involved on the Pack side, and it's going to be a well-written game plan. So I'm not going to play it yet, but Thursday, Friday, I might change my mind on it, but no play for me.
Yeah, I wrote here another Willis game here. I really like the Titans at 2.5, but now it gets to the 3. It's just a lean to the Titans for me in their first home game, trying to get the win. But at 3, it's just a no play for me. We all seem to have the same opinions on that, so I'm going to move on quickly. Bears on the road in Indy. Can Colts get their first win? -1 the Colts are, -112. Over under 43.5, -112. And this line's actually moved a lot. Bears were as high as +2, and now we're down to 1. So with that knowledge, Finster, what do you got for me?
Throw it over to someone else. I'm just looked at something
Brant?
that I might have something about. Say something.
I have a play in this game. It is DeAndre Swift over 52.5 rushing yards for 1 unit.
Wow, that is a bold bet.
Sharp. That is
That's so bold.
sharp.
He's not gotten anywhere fucking close to it yet, but the Colts are allowing a league worst 237 rushing yards per game. Second worst, and they've played good run offenses, but second worst is Carolina at 199. It's not even fucking close. And DeForest Buckner, their best defensive lineman, just went on IR. And a big
Friday Bob, dude.
This line's already up. I'm taking it right now. A big reason that they give up so much rushing is because of their time of possession being so low, which is due to Anthony Richardson having a league worst 49% completion percentage. I mean, he's just throwing that ball right to the dirt, stopping the clock, and punting it right back to the other team.
He means to do that because he's so his instincts are so good. He just knows when to dirt it.
And also the Bears' other running backs, Homer and Herbert, in these two games so far have combined for just 7 carries versus Swift's 24. So Swift over 52.5 rushing yards for 1 unit.
Brent, what's the juice on that?
I don't know, 110.
I got no plays in this game. I think that this game fucking blows. I hate both these quarterbacks. I think they both suck. I think the Bears should be 0-2. I don't think the Bears team is. I laughed at Connor when he said that the Steelers' offense is better than the Bears last night. I think that was an overreaction laugh from me.
Yeah, you dug into the numbers.
The Bears' offense is bad, man. This is a bad football team.
You're bitter because they covered against the Texans.
Yep, you are Titans. But yes, you're correct. Oh wait, which one? The Colts? I'm bitter about both these.
You're bitter because the Bears covered against the Texans.
Yes, I'm bitter that the Bears covered against the Texans. I'm bitter that the Colts covered against the Texans. I'm bitter that the Bears somehow beat the fucking Titans, and I'm bitter that the Colts couldn't beat the Packers. I hate both these teams right now. They fucked me in 2 consecutive weeks. I fucking hate both these teams. I don't like either of their quarterbacks.
It's because you're
fuck this game. I'm not betting it, but I will say the Colts can't defend the run, which is a sharp play, Brant. The Bears coaches are too stupid to know that. That's Dweeberflus is the dumbest coach in the league. That challenge he threw on Sunday,
dude, that was so bad.
Challenges I've ever
on
seen.
His sideline. It wasn't like it was, he was right in front of him.
Offensive coordinator sucks. I don't know if Romadunze can play. Line can't block. AR can't play. This game blows. Fuck this game.
So let me give you the play because you're not thinking right. Colts D is decimated. Brant's made a good point there. Bears offense comes into their best spot of the year. It won't get any better than this for them, right? But on the counter, Colts are hungry for their first win, and at home doesn't hurt. This line moved a lot. I took the Bears in a teaser from +2 to +8. It's no longer there. Just give me points. I'm going to sit back and just watch this game end wherever the fuck it ends, but it won't be more than a touchdown either way. That's no longer there. So it's I put a 2-unit teaser play on it. It's now moved, so it's not going to be an official play, but it is a bet I made. You've got to be quick on these lines, boys. Gotta be quick. They be moving. Brant
gave his pick.
Swift over.
Sorry,
I would like to say a couple things here. So Brant is right. The Colts are the worst rush defense in the NFL, and he looked at Swift, and I just think that it's not going to be Swift who has a big game. I believe it might be Khalil Herbert or Roschon Johnson will get.
Roschon Johnson has 0 touches this season.
Yeah, he is not.
Well, let me tell you something, Brant. That they already said something about wanting to run the ball more, and they said they like Roschon Johnson being more of a pass protector and getting more looks. I could see either one of those guys. Even might be Khalil Herbert. I just don't think DeAndre Swift runs well in this offense, and I don't think a lot of the run scheme is designed for him, especially how shifty and small he is. That's just not the best with Caleb Williams right now. I expect him to maybe move towards one of the other running backs. But probably for the Friday, I'm looking more exactly again. I might, if they put Caleb Williams rushing total at like 15 or 16 again, I think we just smashed that. And along with probably Anthony Richardson, he's probably going to do a lot more this game. So,
yeah, I just don't think that they're going to move away from a running back that they traded for this offseason in week 3. I think that they're probably going to at least give him.
They might.
It's not like he's getting the ball a lot, but I think if he gets 15 carries, he'll get over 52.5 yards.
They did not trade for him, but they did spend a lot of free agent cash on him.
They did, but I mean,
Um,
he had 18 yards last week and then 30 yards
it's
week one.
that's why I said that's a ballsy play. It is a bad Colts defense, but man, I don't know. Hunt, you got anything on this? Technical difficulties, but I think we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. Fun game for me. This line for the over under makes absolutely 0 sense to me. I don't know how it's 43.5. I don't think it should be higher than 38.5. My big question is, what does Vegas know? I will be putting 2 units on over 43.5.
I
This
like it.
guy's a total monster. Corey, what's the plays?
Hunter, that was 2 units, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, both these offenses are dog shit. AR can't throw the ball. They don't give the ball to JT. So naturally, I'm gonna also go with over 43.5 here in this game.
Sure.
Hunter, that's the sharp play. You're on the right side this week. I like it.
All right. Any other bets for that game?
No. Fuck no.
Just
Moving
real
on.
quick, Homer
sorry.
has 16 rushing
He's
yards this
salty.
season,
He's salty.
and Herbert has 7 rushing yards this season, and Roshan Johnson has 0.
Brant, we said it was a great
Brant.
pick. We said it was a sharp play.
I'm not
defense
talking to
versus-
you, Luke. I'm not talking to
DeAndre
you.
Swift has 58 and he's gotten all the touches. That tells you enough that they're not going to use the same run game scheme
The
that they
Titans'
did the
run
first
defense
It's
is
game.
week
good.
3. Him getting all the touches is a good thing. That means he's going to get all the
Well,
touches.
they're not doing anything with the touches. They're going to
Wham,
change
bam.
something.
No one.
Man, we're done with the DeAndre Swift conversations.
I love
Alright.
it. I love it,
He's
Hunt.
back.
I love it, Hunt. That's actually a big brain play. That's actually a huge play. Make sure you don't cover up the speaker when you set it down. Moving on to the funnest game of the week, Red Rifle and the Panthers gets the nod, which
Funnest game of the
might
week.
might save David Kalakis this season. Clip that. The Carolina Panthers on the road in Vegas, cha-ching, Vegas minus 5.5 points at home. Over under 41 even, minus 110. Phone call, Hunter. What do we got?
Yeah, great spot here. Go ahead and give me that fucking Red Rocket +5 Panthers 1 unit.
Clip that. Clip that.
Revamped 1.5 now. Revamped offense. Tony mentioned it earlier. Chuba Hubbard getting over 60 yards. I expect him to run the ball a little more. I think we're finally going to see Adam Thielen and Deontay Johnson catch some balls.
Wouldn't that be great?
I think it's a weird matchup, to be honest. I think Raiders are coming off the highest point of their season. And I don't think AP is not the type of coach that'll probably slow that down or try and ruin anything. But I just think it's such an oddball, and I fucking love Andy Dalton that he's going to cover 5 points.
Yeah,
All right,
5.5,
Luke.
actually.
Luke,
Yeah,
go
I mean,
ahead.
Five
You're
and a half.
Homer.
I mean, I've got there's supposed 5.5 here. I just think this is a good spot. I think it's a great spot. I will say I really expect this Panthers team to come out with some energy. I really do. I feel bad for Bryce Young as bad as I can feel bad for a multimillionaire who is never going to have to work an actual job for the rest of his life.
He's going to be a car salesman after this year.
He's not even going to have to do that. Too. He can just fucking own a bar in fucking Tuscaloosa. He's fine. I expect the Panthers to look like an actual football team with Andy Dalton. Last year when he filled in for Bryce Young in the games that he missed for injury, I didn't look up exact stats, so don't quote me.
Here for
I'm pretty sure-
361 and 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Bang. That's why we keep Fenster around. He's got the quick stats. 361, 2 touchdowns.
God, you guys are
Dalton,
really convincing me
he's
into
a
this.
professional quarterback. The Panthers' offensive line isn't great, but the Raiders' defense hasn't shown me anything. Biggest win of the Raiders' season. They're going to be coming in high. I think that the morale boost in this Carolina Panthers offense, but specifically just the entire locker room, the vibes are going to be up for this Panthers team. I think that they come in. I don't even know if they win, but this Raiders team should not be favored over 3 points against anybody in the league, dude. Let's be real. This Raiders team is not that good. Give me 5.5 points. It's too many points for the Red Rocket. Let's ride.
Andy Dalton won the Bengals, Joe Burrow. Andy Dalton won the Bengals, Joe Burrow versus
Brian
Miami.
Finley did.
Can we get the 2
I don't care.
Can we get a 2-second clip on Hunter saying "Give me that red rocket" before?
I said clip
before he
that.
made us-
Brant, dude, this has been our team, dude. Nobody
I
has
know,
backed the
wait.
Panthers more than me and you.
Have you two that are betting on the Panthers this week? Have you bet on the Panthers yet
I
this
bet
year?
them week 1, and there's no shot at
I
it.
sports betting's not legal in Washington. I will be betting it as soon as I get off the plane.
I bet on them week 1.
God, Brant. I mean, Brant, I'm with you.
Brant, you
I
have to
wasn't
ride
betting them
them
this week. I literally have my notes. I'm done
It's a
betting
great
bad
spot.
teams.
It
It's a
is.
great
It
spot.
is really a great spot. The
know.
new QB bump. Look at what it did for the Packers. The Raiders off of a game that they shouldn't have fucking won. They
But
had
this
no
is an
business playing that
upgrade.
game.
Like when Malik Willis came in, it was a downgrade. This
So
is
a
an upgrade.
big upgrade.
Andy Dalton is a professional. Bryce Young is a middle school quarterback.
But Andy Dalton is also not the kind of quarterback that you expect to overcome offensive deficiencies, which the Panthers have multitudinous
I think
offensive
Bryce Young.
deficiencies.
I think Young was the problem.
Yeah.
Young was the problem. They got no other problems.
I don't know, man. Deontay Johnson's a professional receiver. Adam Thielen has played in this league for a long time. He's been a good receiver. They've got
Like that's a good prospect. Yeah, Mingo.
Chuba Hubbard isn't great, but he's not fucking awful. The line is a problem, but I think Bryce Young was just really bad, and I think he's.
I think he was bad too. I think he was bad too, but I don't know how much I trust Andy Dalton
Luke,
behind a
I kinda think
terrible
you're
offensive
talking out
line
your
under
ass.
pressure
I
all
don't-
week.
He only got sacked twice. I mean,
No, I think
against
it's
a good
just-
Chargers rush
I think
defense
Bryce
or
Young's
rush
confidence is just cooked. I think Bryce Young is cooked, mentally.
I
cooked.
agree. I think he's cooked as well. I don't think it's the bad Panthers offensive line, is what I'm saying.
Oh well, maybe not. They were bad at week 1, but
Only
I
sacked
think the Panthers'
twice
offensive
week
line is
2.
bad. I mean,
Well,
sacks
after-
is you're just looking at sacks
Pulling up
doesn't
the
give you the whole
receipts.
picture on an offensive line.
I agree, but
Andy Dalton has
Um,
Jesus on his side as well. He gave all glory to God in his interview and is thankful for another opportunity. He's gonna fucking ball out.
fuck, man, you guys are really
God first, God
convincing me,
bless.
bro.
He's turns 37 in October.
Brant, what are you doing here?
I'm not betting it.
Give me 3 units
Pittsburgh?
plus 5 Panthers.
Oh,
Okay, so we have-
producer Joel.
Oh.
Producer Joel is in.
Plus
Oh,
5.5.
fuck, Brant.
I will.
What do we do, bro?
That is a-
Brant,
I'll
if
lock
this
that
is
in
the
as
week we
feeling.
don't bet the Panthers and they cover, I'm going to be so fucking pissed.
I'll live with it. I'll live with
That-
it, brother. I'm
that's
down
gonna be-
15 units right now. I can't be betting on the Panthers anymore.
It's gonna be in the
I can't do that to my
guess.
fans.
Corey, did you take the Panthers?
No.
Okay, I just want to say that you guys are talking about Andy Dalton coming in and like somehow saving this team. This team has more problems than just the quarterback right
Okay,
now.
Finster's bringing me back to reality.
Okay, they gave up 26 points to the Chargers last week, and they gave up 47 points versus the Saints. This defense
Ooh.
is bad. This
God forbid
Oakland
they have to play
Raiders.
Gardner Minshew.
Saints are the best
Well-
offense in the league, right? Off
Carolina's
numbers, right?
defense is on the field
They are.
45 minutes of the game.
Statistically.
I just don't think this Panthers team's bad all around, guys. I can't believe we're all betting that. I was
Don't
tempted
say
to
all.
Okay, I was tempted to take the Raiders at -5.5, especially with how well they just played going into Baltimore and beating Lamar Jackson. I know you guys hate Lamar Jackson, but I just think they're a better team than it shows. They have Gardner Minshew is not a great quarterback, but he has every weapon in the book to be a good quarterback. Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, who had a hell of a game last week.
Don't
Uh-huh.
spoil
Utilize-
anything for the fucking Thursday Friday pod. All right.
No. I'm
No
just
player
I'm
props.
not saying player props. I'm just saying that this offense is good. They're not bad. I mean, so
I think what hurts
I wanna
Tony is
take the
no run
Raiders.
game. Is no run game.
I think the Raiders are a
okay. And then you
decent
want to talk about
team,
run
yeah.
game? They just gave up 152 yards to J.K. Dobbins. That's what that defense just did. I can't believe you guys are taking the Panthers. This is a bad play for me, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna take the Raiders, but it's just bad on you guys to take the Panthers.
If you're so
but-
confident
Well-
how bad it is, take the fucking Raiders. Put your
You
money
know
where
what?
your mouth
You
is.
know what? All right,
Let's
put a
circle
unit
back
on. Put the
Sunday
units on the Raiders,
We'll
5.5.
be circling back up.
The only reason I'm not doing it is because that Andy Dalton game last year just scares me. If the Red
It's
Rocket
fucking
goes in
scary.
and fucking throws for 365 again, I'll shit myself,
Andy
honestly.
Dalton's a great pitch hitter, brother. You don't want him the full season. But
Yeah,
God,
Corey,
you come in there and pick
these guys are on a bad play. Give me the
Corey,
Raiders
go ahead.
5.5.
As a pitcher.
A unit
the
for
Raiders
Finster
final.
on the Raiders.
Um,
Corey?
No, I'm just gonna chime in. I don't. You said that Andy Dalton's gonna come in and save Kalakis. I don't think Kalakis' job is in jeopardy this year. He's not. gonna
I'm
get
so
fired.
weak. I got everybody saying
He's-
Galactus.
New York Times best-selling author, Kalakis.
Kalakis.
Clip that. Clip that.
He's not gonna get fired this year at all unless he has a
No, he won't.
criminal charge against him. He might get fired.
Well,
No,
read his
this year-
book.
He will
Read his
be the
book.
head coach.
Read his book. Clip that. Clip
He
that.
will be the head coach of the Carolina Panthers
Sex.
next season.
What is the book called?
It's something about sex.
Oh
I
god.
love sex.
His job's
Yeah.
not in jeopardy.
You have a
But
player?
no official play for me on this game.
The more I look at this, I think I found a play, but I'm not betting the spread. I'm done. I'm out. Like the Bucks Broncos, this goes on the same page. Raiders are an average team to me. Panthers with Dalton get new life. That's interesting. I lean Panthers. The more that I talk and get some, common sense beat in my brain and get the fucking Panthers out of it, I don't lean the Panthers anymore. I am gonna though put 1 point on the over. I agree the Raiders are gonna score points, and I think with Andy Dalton being the professional he is, Panthers will finally score points. So I think this total isn't adjusted enough. Give me 41 minus 110 over a unit.
Looking ahead at the Panthers' schedule, this may be their. They have one. They may win one. Yeah. And it may be this one, or their other best chance is against the New York Giants in Munich in a couple of weeks here.
When you are a Carolina
Did you
Panther.
see their week 4
Yeah.
matchup?
When you are a
Hey,
Carolina.
Corey.
They can win that one. Then week 4, did you see that matchup for Carolina?
At Washington.
No. Week 4 they play Cincinnati at home.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we
that's
have
not
a.
for 'em.
Well, this will be like the 5th time we've played Andy Dalton since he's left, and I don't think he's won a single one.
Finster?
I would just like to say I would like to scratch my play on the Raiders spread. I'm not going to be peer pressured into that, but I found a better play. Give me Andy Dalton over 1.5 interceptions at minus 125.
1.5?
No, but a half. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh,
a half.
Okay.
You can't play
Okay.
quarterback or one game in the last 2 years in the NFL, and then come back in this game and not throw a pick at minus one. Give me that.
Malik Willis just did it.
He threw it like 9 times.
Well,
Yeah, Malik Willis and Andy Dalton are playing 2 different games. They're not even playing the same sport out there.
Andy Dalton might have to throw the 125.
Oh god.
Yeah, Finster, I like that bet.
And he's probably going to have to throw the ball 40, 50 times to win this game. He's going to slip up once and give me an interception. Scratch the Raiders spread, please.
Brant, you got tricked into the Panthers too, right? You're in the Panthers?
No, I'm not.
No, he's not.
The 2 Panthers lovers are off the Panthers, and the
Yeah,
new
my
suckers
pride
have
was on the
reemerged. The new suckers have reemerged.
I threw out a Kalakis Coach of the Year bet at the fucking week 1 pod.
I've been on the Panthers to win their division.
I
Oh,
actually was tricked into thinking that Canales was Kalakis from Connor because he says it so fucking much.
Corey, you got to play in this game or no?
I said no play. No.
All right, let's
Moving on, Miami coming to Seattle, and funny enough, Adam Chernoff plugging him. This is technically the longest travel possible in the NFL
Get
by 30
off
minutes.
of this.
By 30 minutes, I will die
Chernoff
on
knows
the
what he's
show.
talking about. I swear to
You
God,
guys
he's not
can
just
say
a
what
travel
you
guy,
want, but
guys.
you
He doesn't
guys
talk about
are
travel this
punts.
much.
He mentions it, and I love it. I'm a travel guy. I'm a spot guy. I really liked Miami +6. I thought that was over adjusted for the Skylar Thompson start. It's all the way down to 4.5. I missed it. Seattle -4.5 at home, -110. Over under 41.5. Shaded to the under at 41.5. I'm gonna give my play because it is the sharpest play in this game. Now that the Dolphins -6.5 is gone, that would have been a 2-unit play for me. But now it's 2 units under 41.5, -112. We've seen this story before. The backup comes in against a good Seattle. Not necessarily Seattle, but backup comes in. Now Miami comes up against a good Seattle defense. And Seattle has overperformed to this point as well. With now they have a banged up Kenneth Walker who probably isn't going to suit up for this game either. Yeah, and then, man, what a tough spot for a backup to come into in Seattle in the 12th man against a good Seattle defense and Mike McD or whatever the fuck his name is. So many Mike McFucking Donalds, Mike McDaniel, whoever the fuck he is. Yeah, I mean, it's just it makes a lot of sense to play the under here. I don't know how anybody could play the over in this spot. 2-unit play for me under 41.5. Finster, Hunter, somebody.
I'll be quick. I don't have a play this game. I hate this line by Vegas. I want to bet the Seahawks so bad because it's Skylar Thompson at the end of the day. And that defense is also banged up, and Jalen Ramsey's not played well. List could go on and on for the Dolphins, but it's just I feel like this is a Panthers type of spot for the Dolphins where it just won't make sense. And I look back on this game and I'm like, how was that game that close? So I'm just gonna be smart, unlike the Panthers game, and stay out of this one. I would lean Hawks -4.5, but no play.
Luke.
Yeah, I'm backing off what Hunter said. I'm literally thinking the same mindset as him here. If K9 plays this game, I would be willing to smash the Seahawks. I think that the Dolphins defense, like we talked about in the reaction pod to their Thursday night game, is soft as fuck, especially in the middle against the run. We saw what James Cook was able to do against them, and I think K9 is a way better player than James Cook. But if he's not playing, Zach Charbonnet, we've talked about this, not the fucking guy. And if I'm relying on that, I'm not as confident. I think that this is a great line by Vegas. I definitely think they were cooking with this one. I want to smash the Seahawks because I'm so out on the Dolphins, but when you're so out on a team, that's exactly when they fuck you. So I'm not going to bet them.
And I think you make a good point, Luke. I think this line kind of shows Kenneth Walker's not going to play. It was at as high as 6.5, now down to 4.5. So let's just keep the mindset that Kenneth Walker will not play this game. If Kenneth Walker was playing, this line would not be 4.5. It would be more. Finster, knowing that knowledge.
Did you back the Seahawks there, Con? You're taking the
I'm
one
under
unit?
141.5, 2 units.
Yeah, I like that play, but I'm not going to take it. I just don't trust backup quarterbacks coming in and just being really good.
Exactly.
Especially this. What even is his name? I don't think he's
Skylar
Thompson.
There you go.
They signed Tyler.
Yeah, that's
he won't play
Skylar's
though.
in line to start though.
No,
yeah,
I know, but expect Tyler Huntley maybe. Later.
Yeah, I don't have a play on this game. I don't think I'd lean maybe the Seahawks -4.5. They played a lot better last week, and they still are very talented on offense, and especially their receiving core. I just can't play it. Both teams the Dolphins are very iffy. And watch this guy come in. I talk bad about him now. He'll come in and throw for 350 yards. So I'm not going to play it.
Brant?
I hear you guys all saying kind of I lean Seattle. Let me tell you why you don't want to bet Seattle.
Okay.
First of all, you guys pointed out Kenneth Walker. Of course, the offense looked way different. They could not run the ball at all. Second of all, they already were without one of their best linebackers. I don't remember in what order these guys got hurt, but all three of their starting linebackers, Nwosu, Jerome Baker, and Mafi, are all hurt and probably not going to play this week. And so expect the Dolphins to run the ball a lot and likely have at least a little bit of success running the ball. So this is a total stay away from me.
Corey finishes off.
Yeah, I'll talk more about this on Thursday. I have one player prop bet that I might like. Brent kind of touched on it a little bit. It might be Achane rushing over, depending on what I see on Thursday and what the line is, but no official play on the spread or total.
All right. Well, no one wants to play on this.
If I was going to touch this game, Corey, it would be Achane. I agree.
Yeah, I definitely be looking at player props on this as well. There's going to be a lot of
Mostert's still not playing?
He's questionable.
I don't think he'll play.
Moving on to my favorite game of the week. A lot of bold takes on this game. Detroit Lions on the road in Arizona. Two of the hottest teams, yards per play, total yards. They've been hot. No questioning that. Lions 2.5-point favorites on the road, -118. Cardinals +2.5, -102. Over under 52.5, -112.
I want to go first.
What?
So, let me plug myself real quick. 2-0 on my well plays the past 2 weeks. First week was the Colts or Cowboys
my
money
thunder.
line paired with the Rams
I
line
can't stand this
under.
fucking guy.
That was a 3-unit hit. Going on to week 2, Cardinals -1.5 was an unbelievable hit. They won by 30. I have my will play for week 3 in this game. Cue the sound effect, Connor.
Oh god, he wants it.
I want it.
Dude, you're stealing my thunder so hard right here, bro. This is literally.
We are off of the Arizona Cardinals, and we're jumping on to the Detroit Lions.
Jesus,
-1.5.
Yeah, that's my
That is
sharp.
a 3-unit play.
Is that all going to be our whale play this week?
Yes.
I'm also 3 units, Lions -2.5 as
Wow.
I
well.
am not taking the points. There's no reason to take these points at this line.
They're going to
Give
win
me
by 20.
money line -148. I'm not the juice does not make
Corey
sense.
Luke
to
does
minus
make a
2.5
good point
48.
there. You're
Money
talking
line
about
-148.
30 vig for 2.5 points. Is that really
No
worth
shit,
it
no,
on a 3-unit
it is
play?
not. It is absolutely not on a 3-unit play.
When they win by 20, it won't matter.
Okay, fine. Take it. I will be taking no points.
You
I'll
got
give me the money line -148. That is
three
my
units on that.
DEFCON 1, Robert J. Oppenheimer, nuclear launch code, play of the week. I am 1-0 in such plays. Let's make it 2-0.
Yeah, and three units.
I'll just touch base on why I'm Lions. I'm going to stick with the 2.5 because it's just under the key 3. I'm not going to take the 30 vig. Lions -2.5, 3 units. Lions have had the most misleading box score, misleading box score of week 2. Lions dominate the Bucs in every category and lose because of bad red zone inefficiency. They're going to figure it out eventually. They're going to score points in the red zone. Lions bounce back on the road and expose a weak Cardinals defense. And Cardinals play their best defense of the year. Also plays into this.
I have a question here. This is a group roundtable discussion here. So when we talk about NFL lines, traditionally we're taught they give you 3 points for home field advantage, right?
Right.
What Grant's shaking?
Not in 10 years.
Okay,
And
whatever.
Not in the.
I know.
Yeah.
Just keep your conversation going. I agree.
It's a
with you.
point
It's
and a
usually
half,
3 points.
maybe 2.
Okay, even if it's that, explain this line to me then. The Lions are way better. So even if the Cardinals are getting 2 points because they're at home, you're telling me it was only 4.5?
This line is 2.5 is your answer.
I don't under, yeah, I
Well,
don't
you can't make the line 18.5, Luke.
Yes, he can. Remember his week 1 bet?
Oh yeah.
It's
Big
nine
Wolf
minus
won
16.
minus
you
16.5.
guys are ridiculous, bro. This is the same shit we were talking about with the Texans. I don't understand this line. The Lions are a clearly better team than the Cardinals. It's not even close. Let's not overreact to what happened last week. The fucking
Exactly.
the Rams, half their team's on IR. Like, let's be honest.
I think that plays into this number a lot, Luke. Is last week.
About last week, I guess they're just catching squares, and we're fucking sharps. So take the goddamn Lions with your fucking second.
Wow,
mortgage.
that's 3 of us on a 3-unit play on the Lions. It's actually kind of crazy. It's not my whale play, but it is a 3-unit play for me this week.
It is my will play.
Couldn't pay me to touch this game. I am staying as far as possible from this line. Once again, Luke said it best. These teams on paper should not even. I don't understand how the spread's not more for the Lions. I don't think the Cardinals are good. I think that's just how bad the Rams are. It's funky. I leaned under 52.5. This game reminds me so much of Lions-Rams week 1, where all day I was so excited to watch this game. And then it did go to overtime, but 3/4 of that game was terrible. So I'm going to lean under 52.5. I might have player props, but for now, not even going to look at the spreads or money lines.
Wow, you must not like money, Tony. You like money. Do you want a piece of this?
Yeah, I do. I don't think the Lions can start out 1-2 here on the start of the year. Give me the Lions -2.5, not a 3. I'll take it at 1. I'm probably gonna have a lot of player prop parlays or just plays in general on the Lions offense here. Just the Cardinals defense are really bad. They played well last week. Yeah, just give me that
My
one.
JV team could have played well against the fucking Rams last week, bro.
Joel, get ready to
The
clip.
Rams.
Get ready to clip all of them taking Lions, and me fading it, and let's have a real.
You're not even
release
fading it for real though.
next
You're just
Monday.
saying I'm not betting it. Bet with the
I-
Cardinals.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
not
don't-
fading it.
Bet with the
I-
Cardinals. You're so sharp.
Okay,
Grant,
okay, but I explained to you my reasons why.
Okay,
Like
fine.
I don't. I'm still gonna back my point just because
no,
I'm
I
not betting
understand,
it.
huh? Yeah. And we will
That's
clip
not-
that, and when we're printing
That's
money,
me
we'll be
fading
thrilled.
that's me fading your guys' love of the Lions. I'm not. Why would I touch that? It's
Dan
gross.
Campbell's nuts are huge.
They are huge.
He went for a fake punt at his 10-yard line. Brant?
That's
The
not
question is,
fading
do
because
you
there's
like
no
money?
stake. There's no stakes to it.
Fucking
But
get on
regardless,
with your pick, bro.
yeah, 2 units minus Lions minus 2.5.
Fuck yeah, Brant likes money.
Okay. Give me 2 units on cards plus 2.5.
Oh,
Wow.
we got him
That's content
fired
right
up.
there. That's beautiful.
That's just
I can make a
Not-
lot of points
not
about
fading.
this game,
That's
but
insane.
I'm only going to say that the Lions should get more credit for the Cardinals beating the Rams for the way they beat up that Rams team and just totally set them up to get destroyed. So, yeah, Lions are just a way better team.
Yeah, and I think this line is at 2.5 too, obviously because of the Bucks loss. But that's for all the squares. The sharp people look at the box score and see, okay, this team was inefficient in the red zone. They're going to figure it out. The yards are there. They're just not converting. Too aggressive. Dan Campbell. It's going to work out eventually. And this is a bottom 5 Cardinals defense. So
This is a Jared Goff get right game. Goff does
yeah.
not look sharp, and he's.
He had
I mean,
300
looking at a
yards last
lot.
I don't give a fuck how many yards he throws for, dude. He's not been converting in the red zone. He's been throwing terrible picks. Goff get right game here. Goff
I don't think he looked great, but I mean, compared to how everybody else is playing, he probably was second or third in passing yards last week.
Good points. Good points. Moving on. That was a fun one. Moving on. I'm going to go first here. San Francisco 49ers. Well, this is my whale play. San Francisco 49ers -7 on the road in LA versus the Rams. I have to specify that now. -115 shaded to the 7-point road favorite. Over under 43 -112. This is my whale play of the
I
week.
hope you're sharp.
2-team 6-point teaser. 49ers down to -1. Chargers up to 8.5 is when I got it, but now it's at 7.5. The line's down. You can still take it at 1.5, and for the line chasers notes, we will take it at 1.5 still on a 6-point 2-team teaser. You gotta be quick at these lines, boys. I got it at 8.5 when the Chargers were still 2.5-point dog, but it's still a play at 1.5. Obviously, you just don't get the 8 through the 8, but that's the least of our worries. Both these games. This is if I could put more units, this is a bet the fucking daughter, bet the mortgage. Everything in your bank account, sons, dog, everything is on this team. I will put Willow on this game.
Wow.
On this teaser. I'm in. 3-unit whale play. Rams are the most. Sorry, I'm going to make a quick point. -120 on all 2-team teasers are -120. This is my best bet, but I mean, to touch on this game, Rams are the most banged up team in the NFL. No discussion. Fact. Missing many O-line starters. Now Kupp on IR, Puka on IR. Brutal in all caps. 49ers do lose Debo, but that's not enough to get me off of this. Give me all the Niners for a bounce back after a tough loss versus the Vikings.
Yeah.
Next.
Let me run on this. This also is another turn the key, drop everything
Jesus,
you got.
These guys are really trying to
Nuke it.
I
am chasing units. This is a 3-unit bet. Connor said it. This Rams team is really bad. They're banged up. Stafford's going to get pressured the entire game. It's obviously no Puka, no Kupp. It's basically just him and Stafford, or him and Kyron running
Tyler
this,
Johnson.
and Tyler Johnson. And plus, it's pretty much going to be a home game for the 49ers. Go ahead and give me Rams +7, 3 units.
Oh, wow.
This is an absolute trap play. Stafford and McVay are the superior couple to Brock Purdy, who is overrated, and Kyle Shanahan, who does not know what to do without Deebo Samuel. Give me Rams +7 and an absolute thriller of a game.
Hunter, I want to kiss you. I love that.
You are so sharp, bro. You're so sharp.
You guys are
McVay
close.
owns the 49ers. McVay owns them.
Wow.
Put
Luke,
that
go
shit,
ahead.
goal.
Let me just back up Hunter here. I'm not doing all that. I'm taking 1 unit on Rams +7. But I think the Rams absolutely cover this spread here. Brock Purdy without Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel is
trouble.
Wow. He looks like Brock Purdy. Not good. Not good. This offense has struggled. I agree with Connor. I would also lean under here, but the total is adjusted for the missing players for sure. I just think I think McVay. I saw his closing press conference after that game, and I think he's going to rally the troops. I think this team's going to have a great game plan coming in this game. I expect to see Kyren Williams involved a lot. Obviously, I just think that McVay is I think he's the best coach in the NFL. I think Stafford's a way better quarterback. And I know that the offensive line is going to be a problem, but I think that the Rams is 100% the play. A touchdown at home, even though
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
70-30 49ers
But
fans there.
they're traveling really far.
Let me ask you this, though, Luke. Luke, let me ask you this.
San Fran to LA is a long travel.
Let me ask you this, Luke. So they lay a fucking goose egg versus a bottom 5 defense. Now you come to a top 5
Bad
defense.
spot.
And you think they
The
win?
49ers are not a top 5 defense. Let's just clarify that
Come
real
on,
quick.
bro. Let's be
The
real. Okay,
Niners are
top
not a
10. I might be
5
stretching
defense.
top 5. Top 10 defense.
All right, I'm just
Tell
saying,
me-
Purdy,
now
I think
what?
The Rams defense is still good. I think the
Are
Rams
they
defense is still good.
When
I
are they
do
getting
think
back
you-
Talanoa Hufanga?
You have lost so much creativity with Devo and McCaffrey out in this
Yeah.
offense where it's based on motions and having a lot of crazy things happen.
I-
This offense is going to look
We
so
don't
funky.
care. Hey,
Spoiler alert
we
for
don't care.
Thursday,
Stephen
I
A.
expect Jordan
Smith.
Mason to
Flip
get
that,
locked
Joel.
the fuck
We
up.
don't care. We do not care.
I
Stephen
don't-
A. Smith said
I'm
it
telling
best.
you, 7 points is too much for a division road game.
I agree, and that's why we're teasing it.
Okay, fair. But I'm just saying, I'm taking the points. 7 points
Absolutely.
is too much.
You know what? I hope
What
we
do,
middle it.
uh,
I hope we middle it.
What are the injuries on the Rams offense? Are they getting anybody
Everyone.
back?
You
From
can
the
just
start of
look
the
at
year,
the
it's like
depth
3.
chart. Look at the depth
It's
chart
bad.
and know that's their second string. Just that's how I go.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
very
Cody
bad.
Gullett,
4
Joel
missing
Elder,
starters.
Corey Lynch. That's our starting line in LA.
Hey, I gotta tell you, boys, I am rooting for the Rams, and I really hope you guys win, but I can't. I got in trouble for betting too many last week. I already got a lot laying out, but I'm rooting for you.
Panthers and Rams, Luke. Let's fucking rock.
Spencer, please
Come
tell
on.
me you can
Yeah.
talk some sense into these
It feels
kids.
It's
bad,
ugly.
honestly.
It's ugly.
Connor, I usually agree with you on a lot of takes, but I'm not going to be taking the Niners -7. Just for the reasons that.
No, I'm not trying to get you to take a -7.
Dumb.
That's a dumb play.
Okay, well, I don't think the Niners can beat this team by 7. I just don't.
Thanks.
I know why you teased it. That's probably the better play for sure. You could.
And Vegas
got-
wants
you got-
to
you
take
got-
the Rams right now.
You
'cause
got
they've
the
got all this spread
injuries.
advantage.
You got the injuries with Cup, and you got injuries with Puka. But here's the thing: you could throw literally any receiver into this offense, and Sean McVay makes it work. Puka was like a 7th round, 8th round, or what was it? 6th round pick, and
Yeah, the
Cooper
eighth-
Cup was
classic
ass.
eighth
Shut
round
up, Corey.
NFL
Shut up,
pick.
Corey.
Classic 8th
Shut
round
up,
NFL
Corey.
pick.
Can you just let me
Baseball
speak for like
draft has like
5
30
fucking
rounds.
seconds,
eight
bro?
rounds,
Shut up.
8 rounds in the NFL.
Can I just speak, Corey? Like, god damn. Sean McVay can literally make anybody in his offense work. Luke said that Sean owns Kyle Shanahan. It's not true. You got to fact
Yeah,
check
it's the
Luke
other way.
sometimes.
It's
It's
the other
10. Kyle Shanahan is 10-5 against
the
Sean
other
McVay. So, you gotta,
Owns him though, Tony. Owns him though.
Please fact check this guy sometimes with this shit he
it's the other way. I
says.
just wanted to hope that was going to fact check me there. It's the other way.
Bro, Spencer, you got to get this guy, bro. He be throwing these slangs out here like he knows. You got
Yeah,
to.
he says it with confidence, though. Let me say that
Is
he
he
really
worse?
makes you
Is he
believe.
worse than Trump though? Question. I don't know.
Mm.
Brother.
No, I don't
Somewhere
think anyone's
else.
worse than that guy, man. Saying shit that doesn't make any sense, bro. Yeah, I think I like the Rams +7. I'm not gonna take it. You guys both make good cases. I think it's gonna be a really good game. I think it's gonna be close. That's why I would lean towards the points. If you think a game's gonna be close, you usually lean towards the points. But I'm not gonna take it.
Expert
Let
insight
me-
right there.
Let me convince you real quick. As a guy that's down 10 units, just fucking have some faith in me. Put it on Rams +7 and
can't.
don't look back. One
I
unit.
can't,
and don't
man.
look back.
I can't.
Well, I'm gonna
I
boost this
I
to
love
Corey
it, but
and see if
I
he can help
can't.
you.
As a guy down 10 units, have faith in me.
Corey, you got something for me?
I want to make a point real quick. The same point I made towards teasing the Jets down. And so I think, Connor, you're teasing this game the wrong way. I think getting the Rams up to 2 touchdowns at home is the way to tease this game.
You don't tease up bad teams, Brant. If you listen to Steve Fezzik at Fezzik Sports, you understand that this is a Wong teaser getting
Is
through.
that the travel guy?
No, that's Chernoff. Getting through the key number and getting below the 3 is huge. You don't tease up bad teams. You tease good teams.
You're
down.
getting through key numbers with the Rams too. You're getting through 10 and you're getting up to 15.
I never tease up bad teams.
I like
never
teasing
tease
it both
up bad
ways.
teams.
I enjoy teasers. I think it could go either way.
That's just
13
me.
and a half is a good line, and pick them as all.
You're getting a
I'm
division
basically
dog
getting
at home, 2 touchdowns. I just think you should tease that.
Listen,
That
this
doesn't
isn't your
matter for the
typical
Rams, brother.
division dog, bro. They are decimated. It's Tyler Johnson who's going to be the featured
Bro,
receiver
you just
this week.
paid like $50 on him in our fucking fantasy league.
I'm in. He's all they
Okay,
got.
I thought you were talking shit.
No, but it's like it's not like that's
Worthington is a good play
ideal.
there too.
Worthington's a good play, but like these are the guys you're gonna be counting on. And if you don't think the box is gonna be
Hold
packed
on.
for Kyron Williams, you're smoking crack.
It's just
It
like I
can't be.
said. It's like I said, Connor.
can't?
Rob McVay makes it work with anybody in the offense. Kyron
I
Williams was a
understand.
fucking 5th round draft pick too.
6.
These guys are
I
or
get it.
6. These guys are all.
But
ass.
listen, now you've
But
got
he makes it
compounding
work.
O-line injuries. Listen, O-line
Kyron Williams is not
continuity
ass.
is huge. Huge in
What'd
the
you say?
NFL.
Kyron Williams is not ass.
No,
They
he,
also have
he was
Demarcus
ass
Robinson.
going into the league.
He was
Like
a
no one
good
expected.
player,
Good point.
man. It was just he was small.
Listen,
And
there's
Tutu
a lot
Atwell.
of ways that you can go on this. I'm just
Tutu
playing on a
Atwell.
decimated
Watch out.
Rams team. I'm playing on a bounce back for the Niners. Yes, it's a huge spread. That's why I've teased it down. I'm not denying or hating on anyone's Rams money. I teased it for a reason, okay? Note that in your brain. Moving on.
Great segment there.
Unless Corey has something.
Do you have a play, Corey?
I do have to play on this game.
Wow.
Come
Oh
on,
shit, Corey, we forgot you were here.
Yes, as many people do. I agree with you guys. I don't think the 49ers are going to win by 7 points. I think they're going to win by 15 to 20
Ah.
points.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you.
I'm going to take the Niners -7. I think there's something that a lot of people don't realize. Eyeing a return, probably going to play this week, is Talanoa Hufanga for the 49ers. In my opinion, he's top 5 safety in the league. He's fucking badass. Troy Polamalu reincarnated. So
Okay.
Racist.
Racist. Clip that.
Racist.
Clip that. Mark that time. Clip.
They all
Anyway.
the same to you, Corey?
What? All right.
Luke's drinking one too many Modelo's.
Yeah, seriously. Get the guy that's down how many units?
Back check.
7.47 out of here. No, I do like Talanoa Hufanga. I like that defense to bounce back kind of. They've been slow lately. Also, I was gonna fact check you with this segment here. Kyle Shanahan owns Sean McVay. So yeah, give me the Niners -7.
Thank you, Corey. That's sharp money. If you want to be really sharp, teaser. Find a team to tease with.
Yeah, don't say that.
7's a bad
You're
line here,
teasing.
Corey. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What?
That's
7's
all right.
A bad spread to be on.
Moving on.
It takes balls
Ravens.
to bet -7.5. I like it, Corey. Take anybody
It's
minus
just
7.
7. It's just 7.
Yeah,
I
either
just-
way, it's a big
Hey,
number.
I just took them last week 5.5, and I thought I felt great versus the Vikings. And they
Moving
just-
on. 4 o'clock slate is hot.
Great
Hot.
slate.
Ravens on the road in Dallas trying to get their first win, just like their counterpart Bengals. Cowboys 1.5 point dogs at home, -112, over under 48.5, -110. Brubby, I know you got that look in your eye like I got something. Go ahead.
I could not be farther away from this game.
that?
This game actually is mind-boggling to me. I plan on having some fun. I have in here in my notes Thursday or Friday. I think this is going to be a really good player prop game, especially if they start putting Marlon Humphrey on CD and they don't double him, which I would assume they will.
They will.
But I think it's going to be a CD and Zay Flowers galore in this game. Over the top, we just saw the Saints drop 300 yards or 280, whatever, to Derek Carr at 260 on him. So I'm just going to stick to player props. I kind of lean, I hate to say it, as a Lamar Jackson supporter. Not a huge fan, but a supporter. Lean Cowboys +1. I think it's a bad spot for him. But stay tuned Thursday and Friday, or whichever one we do, player props. I will be all in on this game.
I'm immediately sending this to my friend Corey Lynch.
If you didn't see my little rant about Lamar Jackson on the Sunday recap, you go back and check that out. I absolutely despise this motherfucker. He is so fucking bad.
You're gonna bet him though. Watch this. You're gonna bet him.
My play in this game is the Ravens -1.5.
Boom.
This is going to be one of those games where Lamar has a great game and everybody is back to sucking his dick, and it's going to be sickening. And then he's going to drop the ball in 4 or 5 weeks again to some shitter, and it's going to be the same carousel, round and round and round and round and round. And then they're probably going to give him the MVP because he rushes for fucking 1,200 yards or some shit. Give me the
That is
Ravens
the
-1.5.
exact same thing you said last week.
What do you want me to say? He's terrible.
How many
You said
units for
last
that, Corey?
week this is the kind of game where he has a big game and
No, I said that.
people when they.
I said that.
I said that week 1.
Oh yeah, well, same thing. You're saying that. Oh, this is what.
No, because I've
Go
lived through this. I've lived through this. I know how it goes.
Right. I'm just telling you, you're doubling down on a bet that lost.
I want to say
You're right.
I
It should've
put this in the AFC North parlay. Kind of was just vibes on that one, but we're gonna rock with it because I think that it could definitely win. Because I don't like the Ravens to go 0-3. I think that's very hard. I don't know when the last time that's happened because it's been like 10 years since it got 0-2. So
Exactly.
I think that the Ravens are the play here. I would not even fuck with the point. Like I've said, their money line's only -122 versus -1.5, -108. But I'm not taking this separate. It's just in the parlay because I can't bet on them twice. I think the Ravens. I think they might actually not be good. Honestly, I think that line is a big problem. I think the defense is also a problem. And outside of Zay Flowers, who the fuck? Rashad Bateman? I mean, Mark Andrews. I don't know if he's still good. Isaiah Likely is very good, but I just don't know if the Ravens are that good. I don't think Derrick Henry fits this offensive scheme very well. I think the Ravens are a bad rest of season play, but in this spot, I think that they know what they have to do when they're playing the AFC North. Like I said before, the AFC North teams just know how to play football, and they can't start 0-3, so they will win this game by some way, somehow. They will win this game. That's all I got.
Finster?
Yeah, two teams that are rather really good, both coming off really bad losses. Corey confuses me. He hates Lamar Jackson and then takes Lamar Jackson. So, yeah, I want to take one of these
This
teams.
is why I'm sharp.
This is why he's so sharp. I'm looking at the player props. I want to say a lot of player props. I think Lamar Jackson is going to have to check down this game a lot because of the pressure. So I look for Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews to have a big game, 2 safety valves. Don't have a play on it yet. Probably will on Thursday on one of those guys on their receiving totals, but that's about it on this game.
Brant?
I think the Ravens are really overrated this year, and they're not a team that I'm going to bet on at all this whole season. But if you're betting this game, this is the Ravens. The Ravens is the play here.
So
do you think the Ravens go 0-3? Or do you think Dallas goes 1-2? I think that's the question.
I think Dallas
said
goes
that-
way more likely.
I'm not taking the other 2 games that have happened into consideration. Look at this game in a vacuum. I'm saying the Ravens are going to win this game, but I'm not betting it.
So no play. I do have a play. It's 2 units, Ravens money line -122. I mean, why even take the 1.5? Just take the money line here. Hold on, I'm looking at something really quick. Okay. I also have another play. It's gonna be a 2-unit play, Lamar Jackson over 48.5 rushing yards. Love that line. So fun fact, Lamar Jackson's only played Dallas 1 time in his career. It was 2020, long time ago. 1-0, actually won that game.
COVID year.
He ran the fuck out of them. He ran 13 times for 94 yards in the tub. That's gonna repeat. He's gonna have a great game. What's his touchdown?
They probably have none of the same defenders playing.
Is he talking about Lamar right now or Dak?
It's about Lamar.
Okay.
What was your prop?
It's Ravens money line
Yeah.
-122, 2 units. Lamar over 48.5 rushing yards.
Oh,
minus
I
120.
like that. I like the
Yeah.
Lamar rushing total.
It's not even 50. It's not even 50.
Just clarify.
2 units on that, Corey. Sorry.
You're a diehard
2
Steelers fan.
units. Luke,
On
shut
both.
the fuck
On
up.
both.
I'm talking about the Ravens and Cowboys. Yes. 2-unit play. My reasoning. I thought about trying to middle this game. And if for the viewers who don't know what a middle is, that's probably one of that and round robins are like the two things we haven't talked about yet. A middle is, and Dan Profit, shout out Brant's dad, is the absolute infamous middle king.
Yeah, he's the goat of middles.
For instance, you would take the Ravens money line or minus 1.5, and then tease the Cowboys up to 7.5, to where you could win anywhere from 2 to 7 and win both bets. I thought about trying to middle this, but honestly, I ended up writing that I could see this being a high variance game. Ravens are now 0-2, coming to Jerry World hungry for a win. Good spot. As Dallas offense is very one-sided. No run game in Dallas. Absolutely unexistent. And they don't have many weapons with Jake Ferguson out. And that's funny to say because Jake Ferguson isn't much of a weapon. Shout out Corey Lynch.
Jalen Tolbert, baby.
And the Dallas run D is atrocious. Setting up for a huge Ravens rushing attack and their first win on the road in general.
Connor, I don't dislike your play. I just want to say real quick. You're citing Lamar's 2022 game as a reason. The Cowboys have two out of their 11 starters.
Just stats. I'm
from
just saying, and that was
2022
actually
still playing on defense.
2020. It's 4 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. DeMarcus Lawrence and Trayvon, only people still on the Cowboys defense. From that team.
This Baltimore defense
Just
reminds me of the 2002 Ravens. They really do.
And the Titans are so gritty.
Spencer, are you jumping on the Lamar rushing yards with me?
Vrabel.
It's
yeah,
so
I am.
sharp.
Give me
bro.
a unit on the
It's
48.5
so
over
sharp.
on Lamar rushing.
It's not even 50. Like
unit,
that's so
John?
crazy.
Just one, yeah. I like that.
2-2 for me, Corey, on that.
Yep.
2-2 for me. Anything else on that before we move on?
Lamar
Spencer,
likes
go.
to run against really good defenses. Apparently, I mean, he had a. Yeah, I mean,
Take away his arm. Well,
he had
That's right.
122 versus
He's only
Kansas
half
City, and then he had 45 last week. I think I like that number at 48.5. I think he probably is going to have a lot of attempts, especially escaping the pocket.
Right.
The only concern here, Connor, is Micah Parsons is fast, dog.
Yeah, but Lamar's
he's gonna have to escape the edge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it though. 48.5. Give me a unit on it.
Yeah, they also have a lot of design runs I like with him, so that kind of mitigates him. But moving on to what has seemingly shaken up to be a really fun Sunday night game. Kansas City Chiefs on the road in ATL. Falcons, 3.5-point dogs at home, minus 112. Obviously, we get the big news. Isaiah Pacheco hits IR. Shout out Corey Lynch once again. Fantasy football, if you don't know, now you know. Over under 46.5, minus 112. Corey, go ahead and lead us off, Corey.
Yeah, I went back and forth between this game. It's really ugly to me, but I think the play and the sharp play is to completely fade what happened on Monday night with the Falcons and the Eagles and just take the better team. It's the Chiefs. It's Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes giving 3.5 points. I think you could give him 6 and he'll still cover it.
I'm gonna bounce off this. This is let's not overreact to last week. If the Falcons don't get their miraculous fucking Mickey Mouse drive off at the end to get that win last night, this is probably a 5.5 point line. Chiefs obviously beat the Bengals in a heartbreaker last week. Still don't agree with the call, but whatever. We'll go back into it. Chiefs are a better team. Pacheco's not that good of a player. Don't listen to people telling you that he is. He's way better than the other options they have, but that's just because they put all other assets into their other options at running back. He is a 6th-round pick. He played at fucking Rutgers. He's not that good of a player. He's not going to matter to this offense at all. It's not going to miss a step.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. He's not going to matter to this offense at all. I think the Chiefs roll. I think this is a blowout. I think that the fucking Falcons are not. I think the preseason hype is ridiculous. I think they're just suddenly back because they had this one really lucky drive at the end of the game where the Eagles completely misplayed the end of the game. The Eagles were missing their best player, like we already talked about. Their offense looked completely different without A.J. Brown. I think the Chiefs roll here. I think Chiefs minus 3.5 is the sharp play. It's the easy play. It's the don't fucking overthink it. Just take the better team play. Chiefs minus 3.5 for unit.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback on that before anyone gets in because that might be the dumbest thing I heard all day. Falcons just laid 385 yards of offense. So for
On a
you to
bad
say
defense.
on a bad defense, okay,
I
hey.
don't think they're that bad.
Anywho, this is simple. I love getting 3.5 at home. Falcons minus plus 3.5, 1 unit. Just shove it in Luke's face. I think Pacheco's loss is going to show this week. And I like the Falcons secondary. So this is a really
Jesse
simple
Bates says
play.
own the Chiefs.
Chiefs become one-dimensional here, and ATL team gets a huge boost with an easy fourth quarter steal in the drive against the Eagles. Overall was an ugly game for the Falcons against the Eagles, 2-9 on third down. But Kirk said it best in his post-game interview, if you listen to it. This is a new team. They are building. They are learning. I think they're starting to figure out they need to put Kirk under center more, which we saw a lot more, and it looked really good. Bijan looked good with the play action as well, looking a little bit 49er McVay-esque. Looked really good. And honestly, the defense made big stops late when they needed to. Obviously, the drop with Saquon was fortunate, but they did hold to the Eagles with some key field goals to be able to go down there and win the game. I think Pacheco out is a big worry, and him being, if he was here, would be a problem. Then I'm more leaning towards the Chiefs. Now that he's gone, this Atlanta secondary can tee off and make
The
plays.
Chiefs
So
didn't run
give
the ball
me
with Pacheco. Like, you guys are ridiculous. They
Corey.
didn't run the ball.
Corey, please, Luke, stop. Just stop. You sound silly.
Okay.
Atlanta 1 unit plus 3.5. Pacheco was a top 10 running back, and you want to say they didn't? He just went for 90 yards on your Bengals.
Are you talking about fantasy football?
They're
Or are you talking
just
about real
stats.
football?
He's a top 10 running back.
Okay, let me look it up real quick. Hold on. Let me look up his
Okay,
stats.
thank you.
Keep
You're
talking.
feel really
keep talking.
fucking stupid.
He
Anybody
had
else?
19 attempts against the Bengals. He had 15 attempts against the Ravens. That's their total rushing.
How many
attempts
yards?
in the entire game.
How many yards?
He had 90 yards and 45 yards.
How many touchdowns?
Okay, yeah, he's really good.
How much receiving work?
Bro, what are we talking about, dude?
He's a good player for the Chiefs.
For the Chiefs,
He's a key
good player
piece.
because he's compared to Samaje Perine, who's 30 fucking years old, and the fucking fullback who was undrafted, who's playing Carson Steele. And they just signed Kareem Hunt to the practice squad.
We're about
He's
to
good
fuck around
compared
and
to what
find
they
out
have.
then.
He's
We're
not a
about to
good
fuck around
player.
and find out. Oh, okay.
All right, we'll fuck around and find out. I'm gonna
We
fuck
about
around
to.
and know that fucking Mahomes about to destroy this.
And you saying 3.5 is a good number is a joke.
I'm not. It's a good number for the Chiefs.
Okay. Brant? Vince, anybody else? Huh?
I thought
Yeah.
Carson Steele looked good last week.
Yeah, I like this fumble.
Yeah, fumble.
Yeah, he looks
kinda-
real
Yeah,
good.
well,
Carson
yeah.
Steele's ain't
Besides
very
fumble,
good.
I thought Carson Steele looked good. I thought he looked explosive.
We know
I gotta
he's
play.
using his fab on this week.
Go ahead, Hunt. Let's hear it.
Luke Schultz is obviously the worst line chaser in here with that take. Pacheco
Thank you,
sets
Hunter.
the tone for this offense. He's also, as he is their main rusher, he's reprised the Jerick McKinnon role, being a absolute lethal weapon outside for Mahomes to check down to. Curious to see what they look like without this, and coming back to that Falcons-Eagles game without that prayer of a last-minute drive. The Falcons, I don't care how many yards they put up, 15 points. They should have been at 15 points. I think that the Chiefs have a really solid defense. They held Joe Burrow and the Bengals really well in the red zone. I expect a lot of field goals in this game. And also I'm going to be looking at Rashee Rice's receptions ladder, but I'll get to that on Thursday, Friday. 2 units on, is the line still 46.5?
6.5. Yes, sir. It is.
2 units on the under 46.5.
Sorry to interrupt you, but props are out for this game if you're interested. Rasheed Rice is at
We have a full
16
different podcast.
I'll wait
Full
till
podcast.
Thursday, Friday with all my player props. But yeah, I just think 2 solid defenses. I think other than Jalen Hurts creating opportunities on his legs, which Mahomes is also very good at, getting outside the pocket and creating these infamous first downs, which I don't know how he gets. They played that Eagles offense pretty well, and I know they were missing AJ. But I think Pacheco is going to cause a big, big gap in this offense. So I'm just banking on, hopefully it's a low scoring game. I look to the Chiefs to win, but I'm just going to play the under at 2 units.
Who else we got?
Tony?
These are my two favorite teams in the NFL, man. I'm a Falcons believer. I'm a Mahomes believer. I like both these teams.
Going out
This
on a
is
limb, believing in Mahomes.
I'm not going out on a limb. When did I say that?
Said
You're
Mahomes
going out on a
believer.
limb saying Pacheco's a bad running back. That's why
That's
you're
crazy,
down
bro.
12 fucking 13
Thank you,
units.
Tony.
Bro. I
Thank
just don't
you.
understand.
Dog
That's
this motherfucker.
7.47.
Dog him for
whatever
that.
it
That
is,
is
dude.
such a bad
That
take.
is a
Flip
really
that
bad
shit,
take,
Joel.
man.
That's,
I'm gonna
that's
take it
the Bengals
now.
hate, Tony.
Give me the Rashee Rice over in yards. He's hit it both week 1 and week 2. It's at 70.5, Corey, at -137. Don't put it there yet. It's gonna go up a yard, and I don't want to eat the juice on that. I might just take the 75,
Just
whatever.
save it for Thursday.
No, I want to say it now.
That
I
line
like
could
You're
that
move.
waiting
play.
for yards.
The line could move. That's why he's on it now.
You just
so,
said
like-
you're waiting for the line to move.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna I want my play out now. And we'll change it if it goes up. Give me
What?
that at 70.
No,
It's at
you either play
69
it
and a half.
now or you wait to see if
Just
it
wait.
moves.
Jesus Christ. Just give me it at 70.5 at
It's at
-137.
69 and a half.
Okay, give me a 69.5. Whatever
Minus
it is, give me the Rice yards there. I'm kind of torn between this game, man. It's like Connor said, I like the Falcons secondary a lot. I know I'm taking but Rashee Rice is a slam boy. He's going to get his yards. I like the secondary a lot. The Falcons played really well against the Eagles. I like Mahomes in this spot too to bounce back after a terrible fucking game against the Bengals. But I'm just gonna take the Rashee Rice yards, and this will be definitely one of my favorite games on Sunday to watch. So,
Corey,
I already said my play.
Brant. And Luke has left the building.
thank God.
Yeah,
dude.
he probably went to go fucking look up some stats and get better at what he's doing here. Moving on to the 2 Monday night
You guys are
doubleheader.
ridiculous talking about Rutgers.
We
running back
got
and taking his-
we moving on.
Would
We
you
got
like
the Jackson.
Kyron Williams?
Yeah.
Played
Six.
every game. That's a
So did-
historic program.
So did
You're talking about where they got drafted.
Moving on, Jacksonville Jaguars on the road, Monday doubleheader on the road in Buffalo. Buffalo 5-point favorite at home, -112, over under 45.5. Shade to the under -112. Brant, go ahead and lead us off.
I'm gonna send it to Luke.
You guys know where I'm at. We're taking the Jags.
Jesus Christ.
How many units?
I'm
This
just
guy's
kidding.
losing.
I can't do it. I can't do it right now. Tune in Thursday. I'm looking, I'm thinking, I'm dissecting.
Trevor's
lab.
passing yards
Trevor
I'm in the
over.
Law.
lab right now. There will be a same
350
game
plus
parlay
passing.
cooked up.
Oh,
I'm teasing for the
God.
Thursday pod. There will be a same game parlay booked up that will include the Jags money line in it. Just be ready. I'm cooking. I'm not. It's not ready yet. It's in the fucking smoke.
You're gonna have to tweet it out because Pod won't be up before the Thursday night game.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Do the
It's
Jags
Monday
start
night game.
0-2?
Monday night
It's a
game.
Monday night
It's
game.
Monday night.
The game is on Monday. That's what I'm talking about now at the end of the pod. Incredible stuff from Corey there. Yeah, no official play right now. Tune in to the Thursday Friday pod for an absolute.
This feels like it should be a Thursday game.
absolute heater that I'm cooking
Monday
up.
doubleheader. Hunt.
Is Corey in jorts?
Are you in jorts, Corey?
Corey, are
It's
you in
a-
jorts?
Are you in
So-
jorts?
Let's get a
No,
fit
no,
check.
they're just blue shorts.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, the game's on Monday, guys.
Yeah.
7:30. Hunt.
Staying away from this one. I'm with Luke. I might have some player props. Trevor Lawrence sucks. I'll die on that hill. It doesn't suck maybe, but I think he's way overrated to be getting paid the kind of money he will. But
he's getting Tua money.
I
Is he better
lean
than Tua?
him, Brock Purdy,
Tua.
and Tua are all going to get around the same money, and it's absolutely comical.
Trevor is light years ahead of both those guys.
For sure, for sure. Look the Gardner Minshew stats up.
For sure.
Let's I'm gonna lean Buffalo Bills -5. Could be in a parlay just despite Luke. I don't even love it, but I'm gonna lean it. But just despite him, I'll cook up something for Thursday and get back to you. But no plays right now.
Trevor Lawrence under passing yards.
Brant, you got
I think
some?
I'm everything opposite in the parlay of Luke.
No, I got nothing.
Fenster.
Give me the over 45.5. I think both these. Corey, you with me on that one? Finally, we
I am
agreed on a
so
pick.
with you. So with you.
Both these defenses are not very good. I think personally, the Jags defense week 1 gave up 20 versus the Dolphins, and then 18 against the Browns. The Bills defense, I think, is terrible, to be honest with you. They gave up 28 against the Cardinals, and I think they would have gave up a hell of a lot more against the Dolphins.
What do you
Or
got against the Cardinals, bro?
what?
They gave up 28 against the Cardinals. Cardinals scored 40 on the Rams. Like, what do you? What do you?
Yeah, their defense
to
is
the Card-
bad.
But
Did I say the Cardinals are bad?
you just said the defense sucks. They gave up 28 to the Cardinals.
Yeah, the defense. I can't talk with this guy, bro.
But you're acting like the
You-
Cardinals' offense is bad. Tony.
No,
Did I
I'm,
say the
I'm with Luke
Cardinals?
here.
Did
I'm
I
with
say
Luke
the
here.
Cardinals are bad?
You were talking
talking
about
about
how
how
bad
bad,
the
yeah.
Bills' defense is, and then you said the Cardinals put up 28 on them, acting like
That-
And
the
one
Bills
of them was
D
a
is
kick
bad.
return.
Can I just say that the Cardinals are a good offense? I would like to state that. I'm not saying the Cardinals' offense is bad. Just saying that they put up 28 on the Bills. That's what I'm saying.
One of those was a special team session.
Okay.
Okay, 21.
We're good.
That's a
We're
lot of points in the
Special teams
NFL. Give me,
are a part of football.
give me
Cut,
the
Tony,
over.
cut.
We're talking
I
about
can't.
defenses, Corey.
I can't
Tony,
talk with this dude.
Tony, good.
You gonna play, Tony?
Just give me the over. I can't talk with this guy on the
How
fucking
many
podcast
units?
anymore.
How
One
many
unit
units?
on the over.
That's
Tune into
minus
this game.
108.
You go ahead and throw
Yeah.
1 unit on for me as well.
Tune into this game because the fucking Bengals play in the other primetime game. Don't watch that bullshit. Don't watch Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels. What a shit show of a game.
Yeah,
This is
let's get
gonna
to the
be the
Bengals
game.
game.
Two LSU
This is
legends.
This is gonna be the game to watch. Gonna be explosive. I'm expecting big plays. Brian Thomas Jr. is gonna have a game, I think. And yeah, give me I expect a good Keon Coleman game this day, game too, Connor. I know he's not been great
I
to start the
know.
season.
I got a lot of props
think-
cooking up here.
I think he's gonna have a game this one. Yeah, give me the over 45.5. Don't watch the other game. Ass.
Yeah.
You shouldn't watch the other game. It's gonna be a fucking blowout.
Great Thursday night game by Keon Coleman, by the way.
Yep, it'll be a huge Thursday
Yeah,
night
that
game.
was tough.
Didn't need
I
to
love.
pass the ball.
Yeah, I don't agree with what you said, Tony, about the Bills' defense being bad, but I do love both these teams so much. I lean the Jags getting the points. This was at 6.5 when it opened. It's
Mhm.
now down to 5. You gotta be quick on these lines, boys. You gotta be quick. It's definitely a no bet for me at the 5. Good luck to both my teams, though.
All the
Their
square
props
money
will
is
be
on
less.
the
Is-
Bills.
Is the Bills' best defensive player their linebacker? Is he playing this game?
No.
He was
Milano?
hurt.
Milano.
Nope. The young guy that's getting all their tackles. He had a
Oh.
pec injury.
What's his name? Like AJ Epineza, right? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Something like that. But
Espinosa.
they
Espinosa.
regarded him as their best defensive player, and I know he was hurt in the Thursday night game because he didn't play the rest after the first quarter. But I don't know if he's going to be back or not.
I don't
Nothing on the injury report yet, but definitely some
Real quick, Brian Thomas for me in the fantasy league. So send me trades for him.
Okay.
Oh, I will definitely be sending trades.
God, Kamara.
Yeah, well, fun game. Not a lot of plays by the boys. Moving on to the last game. This has been a fun little pod. Last game. Washington Commanders on the road in the jungle in Cincy. Cincy minus 7.5, minus 108. Shaded to the road dog. It's getting the key number 7.5, minus 112. Over under 48, minus 112 to the over. Go ahead, Homer. Luke, take us home.
Yeah, I mean, Bengals probably win this game by 20 plus.
Go ahead and bet it then.
I'm not going
Minus
to because
19.5.
I'm betting my mental sanity on it already, so I'm not going to put any money on this game. But I will say I will have a multitude of plays with the name of Jamar Chase involved in them on the Thursday, Friday pod. That's where
Brant,
I'll be putting my money on.
Second Bengals fan here and the last Bengals fan here.
Yeah, I think Jamar is going to demand the ball. He's going to say, I'm going to hold out and not play if you don't throw me the ball. So I agree with Luke Jamar here. And I'm playing a unit on the Bengals spread as well. Shocker.
Finster?
Who's playing? No, I don't. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I don't care about this game. Won't be watching. Won't be tuning in. Don't care who's playing. Tune in to the Jags and Bills. That'll be the explosive play.
Yeah,
Over 45.5.
Crazy hating.
Yeah, so last week, coming off a dub on the whale play of over 47.5.
So
Tough loss. I don't know. I read the board wrong on the Broncos Steelers. But I'm gonna go for my third whale play of the week. This is a make or break type of week for me. Expect to be up 10 units after we cash every single bet this week.
I love that.
This is pretty simple to me. I am not a Bengals believer. It's just the D line. I mean, it really comes down to that. They lose in the trenches. I know Pacheco only had 45 yards. I'm not talking about that, but the Commanders are great. We've seen this already this year at running the ball.
Pacheco had 90.
Yeah, Pacheco had 90 yards.
Oh, Pacheco had 90. Sorry, mixed up the weeks. So I think that it's a real problem. We know that the Commanders can run the ball. I think there's a certain extent to they have to get more creative in the passing game, like we talked about on the Sunday recap. I expect a lot of yards. Like this one could bite me, but I'm gonna go 3 units on Commanders plus 7.5. I just think it's too many points. I don't care that we're in the jungle. The natives, actually, the Redskins are from the jungle. This was their land before. So I am
Those are in North America.
Himalayan mountains. I'm out here. There's a lot of jungle features out here.
Himalayan.
Whatever.
I love
Yeah,
that.
whatever.
Himalayan
Keep going.
mountains.
The Himalayan
Oh,
mountain.
What is going on right now, dude?
So
The North
I'm
American Himalayas.
I'm gonna get creative, like I hope this passing does. I hope to see Jane Daniels sharper in the pocket, hopefully more time. And then definitely I'm looking to be on Thursday, Friday at Eckler's receiving yards and potentially Terry McLaurin under in receiving yards with CTB on them.
Yeah.
So, but I think the sharp play is it's just too
Yeah.
many points. Too many points. I think the Bengals win this game, but I think it's going to be a close one. Commanders plus 7.5, 3 units, Corey.
Yeah, that's a sharp bet, Hunt, to the 7. Like I said earlier, my 2-unit play was Bengals down to -2, Bears up to +8, but that is no longer a possible bet. That was a 2-unit play for me. It's no longer there. So, do what?
Oh, is this the other one? Did you have 2?
Yeah, this was the Bears teaser. That's no longer there. So that was a 2-unit play for me, but it's not there. And my friends are can't say that word.
I don't have it as an official play.
No, yeah, but it is something I bet they'll just not there anymore for the podcast's sake. But Bengals big bounce back game here after a tough KC loss. It was pass interference. They started to look like their old selves last week, and what a better get right spot here than the Manders. So that's all I got on this. Corey?
Just a reminder, I have a 3-leg money line parlay. It's Bucks, Jets, Bengals, +1.
I was going to get there because it's our bankroll parlay of the week, so you should save that.
I said earlier in the broadcast. +125. I got 1 unit on that. I have no straight bet at all for this game. However, on Thursday, I'm going to take every single player prop bet that Luke tells me to take. I'm going to put that down.
Wow. On Thursday?
On Thursday in the player prop podcast for this game, any player prop bet you tell me to take.
When this game goes on Thursday.
Yep, when we play on Thursday.
He's only going to give you one, Corey.
This game is on Monday, if you guys did not know. This game's on Monday as well. There's 2 of them.
Awesome.
I forgot to do. I teased the Bengals earlier in this podcast too, down to 1.5.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
With who? Who'd you pair with?
I paired it with the Browns and the Patriots.
Yep. Perfect. Whale plays of the week. Whale, Nuclear, Oppenheimer, turn the red key, smack your forehead. Luke, what do we got?
Yeah, my only one. You know what? We're doing 2. I'm upgrading. We have upgraded. It was at DEFCON 2. We're now DEFCON 1 on Texans -2.5.
Yep.
That is a nuke play. And we're also doing Lions money line as a nuke play. 3 units on both of those. Those are my 2 nukes for the week.
Huh?
3 coming in hot this week. 9 units going out on these plays. Texans -2.5. Rams +7. And finally, the Commanders +7.5 or 7.
Yeah, I just my best Sorry. My best bet was the 6.2 team teaser minus 120. For the line chaser sake, it's Chargers plus 7.5 and 49ers down to -1. If you were early and sharp, you could have got the Chargers at 8.5, but 1.5 is still a money Wong teaser. So that's my 3-unit best play of the week. Bram?
Mine was the teaser I just mentioned, 6-point teaser. Patriots at the Jets on Thursday night up to 12.5. Cleveland down to 0.5 point against the Giants at home, and then Monday night Cincinnati down to 1.5. That'll pay you plus 140. 3 units.
Finster.
I'm upgrading my play on the Texans 2.5 to also 3 units now. I don't know why we're all not nuking this. The Texans are just going to win this game. And then I also have that Nico Collins over 70.5 receiving yards.
And Corey.
Yeah, I said earlier, Lions minus 2.5 is my play. And a fun stat for the line chaser spot here. We have 14 units at stake in just the Lions game this week.
Holy shit. What's the numbers for the Texans game?
3, 6, 9, 12.
Sorry.
What's for stake in the Texans game
14.
before we get to bankroll parlay of the week?
16 also on the Texans Vikings so
Holy shit. Oh, well, that's awesome. Moving on, bankroll parlay of the week. I'm going to start. It's a 1-unit play for me. This is a unit play for me. I love this 2-team money line parlay. It's Ravens paired with the Detroit Lions at plus 204. 2-team money line parlay at plus 204 is going to be printing in your pockets. Get on it while you can. Hunt, give me your bankroll parlay of the week.
I'm already at a point where I just have to go for it. I'm moving up to a 4th whale for the bankroll parlay of the week. I really
parlay is a whale.
This guy's gonna be in a fucking dog cage.
Yes. So you know what? As long as there's food in that dog cage, I can live. I will be going Steelers money line combined with the Texans money line at plus 210. 3-unit play for me. And I'm going to look back on this podcast and I'm going to bookmark this, and I'm going to be so happy, and you're going to be so happy when we are running to the bank to cash our $1,000 checks. Let's get it, people.
I love it. Luke?
Yeah, I've mentioned earlier in the pod, we're just going to do the AFC North all the win parlay at plus 466, I believe is what I gave Corey the odds at when I got them earlier in the pod. I'm honestly kind of tempted to throw in that 100 just throughout. I think that's kind of fucking crazy, but I'm not gonna. So yeah, that's the one we got.
Corey?
Yeah, I said earlier it's the Jets money line, Bengals money line, Bucks money line parlay plus 125.
Ben?
I don't know. I didn't know this was a segment, so I'll come back more prepared on the next one. I didn't even know this was a thing.
Never heard of a parlay before.
Connor, your Ravens Lions money line.
I'm gonna fucking kill this guy, bro.
Correct.
1 unit plus 204.
Yes.
Awesome. Well,
real quick. I don't have a parlay. Can you guys define what bankroll parlay? Like, what makes it a bankroll parlay?
You're building your bankroll.
Okay, so it just is one that you think is going to win.
Usually you take higher favorites and higher odds and combine them into like a 2-leg. So the Texans, like that's for us a guarantee, or like a minus 300 and a minus 300 that should win. And you turn that into something where you can almost get even money back. That's what a bankroll should be.
All right, I understand. I'll do one next week.
Awesome.
Because it's the best division in football.
Awesome. What a week 3 pod. Hope you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good bets, a lot of people trying to save what they have destroyed early. Hunt, respect, brother. This is farewell to you, my friend.
This is suicide.
He's all in. You gotta respect it. It's farewell or hello. It's nothing in between.
Hacksaw Ridge, motherfuckers. Let's survive this hill.
Hunter's map.
Yeah, I mean, we are all in. So look forward to that. Pod will be Thursday or Friday for the player props. We will dive into that when all of them come out. We'll also recap Thursday night. And then obviously your normal Sunday pod as well. Huge shout out to producer Joel in the background. I big IT doing his thing. We love Joel. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you Thursday. Peace.
I need $1 bad.